Yep, I definitely have a few things to adjust. Let's do a sound test on that just to make sure that's correct at the very least. Reprise! What latency are we at? Low latency. I definitely have a few things to adjust. Well, that sounds all right. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, High Stream Elements, and Mr. Dan. Nice to see you again. We have some things to talk about today, and more progress to be made with the rise of Arthur Shadax in Elder Scrolls Online. My fight the power, I'm too cheap to get Hogwarts Legacy response to Hogwarts Legacy. What's an Elder Scrolls player to do in this wonderful world of everybody suddenly playing wizard games, especially when you usually play divine spellcasters like clerics and druids? All right, let's take a look here. We do have a new subscriber before we fire the game up, so roll the trucks.
Roger, 10-4. Truckers are rolling this morning.
Jacob, thank you for the YouTube sub. Watch that become the mouse over preview now. We have a lot to talk about, but I'd rather talk about it with the game actually going. Plus, we got to see if it's actually gonna go. Get my stats back on the screen because we're still experimenting with all the experimental nerdy new stuff that YouTube's playing around with streaming. So we're starting at 4,500 for a bit rate, and I'm very closely watching this Ethernet sound wave chart. It looks like those spikes when it's sending data determines whether your stream lags and not the average bit rate. So it may be the case that I want more upload bandwidth so the spikes can go higher without, like I said last time, it's like a sound wave. If you get capped by the voltage in an amplifier, you get distortion and it hurts your speakers. I'm thinking the way that HEVC works and HLS works, if you spike too high with your outbound packets, it hurts your stream, and that's where the drop frames come from. We'll give it a whirl at YouTube's recommended 4,500 bit rate and push the limit this time. With only 10 up, I may need to seriously consider going back to 20. Regardless, it's time to play some stuff. All right, so I've been experimenting with NVIDIA DLSS lately. Let's put this back over on screen number 2 here. I've been experimenting with NVIDIA DLSS, so let's see how well this runs. I sent over my settings for my main logon, but instead of using DLAA, I'm using an upgraded version of NVIDIA DLSS. I want to see if that helps with the encoding lag when the processor's not getting slammed. I'm going to go fire this up and see how it works. Apparently, the DLL that is used in DLSS games can actually be swapped out, and there's a GitHub app that lets you download new versions of NVIDIA DLSS, then copy them to your game directories. So, I found out the hard way that Elder Scrolls Online actually uses the older version of DLSS, one of the oldest, 2.2 I think, one of the oldest versions of DLSS among any of my games. So, my settings are all super high and 60% view distance. Let me see, we're at 67% on the graphics card and 49% on the processor with some 3D rendering going on, and this world is rendered, 3D style. I don't know if it's a matte painting in the background, but we'll keep an eye on that. So far, it looks like we only get drop frames from the CPU when everything maxes out when loading assets. Let's see how much better this runs and how much better it can look over a stream. Start this guy out in Artaeum, where we took the screenshot earlier. So the running there. Are you streaming HVC? Tacit says, hey, are you streaming at HEVC? I wasn't aware YouTube supported that. YouTube has something, it's hidden in OBS. You got to go digging for it. But there is support for HLS and HEVC in the drop-down menus. It works very, very differently, though. HLS is basically sending data in chunks, because it uses HTTP to do it. And an HEVC is supposed to compress things better. Although I haven't had much luck with YouTube streams and how they look. So here's where we took the screenshot, because we unlocked the Sigic Order last time. This guy is my answer to Hogwarts Legacy. He's named after the sorcerer from Solstice on the NES, and he's going to learn every form of magic in the game. So use all the Destro staves, Resto staves, Soul Magic from the ESO main quest, the Mage Guild quest line, and of course, the Sigic Order. And he's a sorcerer to boot, so lightning magic, dark Daedric magic, and summoning Daedra. So this should be interesting. It works, but not officially supported. Oh, well, it's in there, but it's an advanced thing. So that's what I've been experimenting with, because every time I go, do you have any drop frames due to networks? Good. Looking good for that. Thought for sure YouTube's going to skip streaming support in favor of AV1. Well, it's showing up in OBS. I just kept running into bandwidth constraints on the ingest side when streaming RTMP. I don't know.
Add your divination spell and see if that reveals anything useful.
Let's get past these wizards here. Psijic mages or whatever the heck they are. Oh, there we go. Boom. That was an actual FPS drop, so that's a CPU thing. What got overloaded? The processor when it was loading assets. So the graphics card is fine, the eye candy is fine. It's just whenever the CPU caps out with this darn game, because it's designed to scale with whatever you have. And
over here, I have a message.
There we go. Nothing's due to the network. The slowdowns are 100% due to the CPU. So, HEVC. Well, it's pretty around here because it's Arteum. It's always morning at Arteum. So we can explain a few things. Can you go fishing? Are there some nodes down there? Let's see. Nope, there are no enemies in this zone. It's one of the most peaceful zones in the game. If you play as a pacifist character, this is probably where you're going to hang out, you know, because there's no enemies. If you want to pick flowers all the time in ESO. So, RTMP, well, here's the issue. For Tacit here, we could always do some fishing. Are there any fishing nodes down here? I don't think this guy's ever leveled up. There's one. Do some fishing here on the Wizard Island before we move on with things and address everything that's going on. The Mystic Fishing Hole. Is there special bait, or can we just use any bait for this? Well, let's use the simple bait and see what happens. Oh, she doesn't like fishing. Well, boo-hoo-hoo, Wizard Kitty. We'll unsummon her after this. Yeah, so I've been finding recently that YouTube is having some growing pains with the ingests. If I stream with RTS, I gotta change the sound too. Well, you can catch something here, but Ember the Wizard Cat doesn't like that. So let's fix the audio too. Yeah, the audio is still ambience and effects and footsteps. I want everything cranked all the way because the compression will do all the work for me. If anything, I might want to turn the music down and then make it so that, you know, anything people say is louder. What do we have here? I was sure YouTube was going to skip straight streaming support for HEVC for AV1. YouTube streams are re-encoded AV, so their ingest might not have the capacity to handle HEVC to AV1 conversion. So the thing is, I've been running into constraints. I don't know if it's Hogwarts Legacy and all these people streaming it and watching it, because it just boomed. Just huge category for YouTube gaming right now, just like it is over on Twitch. But YouTube, you ever notice if you use OBS and you compare Twitch and YouTube, YouTube has just the primary and the backup. Now, I don't know if that's some kind of network trick where, you know, on the network it's two things, but it's way more underneath and they scale that. But just for comparison, I actually did a trace route the last time I got dropped network frames. Looks like this thing's still struggling a bit. So some of this I think we'll turn off and let Reshade do all the work, coloring everything up. Maybe turn off the HBAO or whatever it is. Screen space, let's turn off the ambient occlusion 100% and just let Reshade do all the recoloring like it's supposed to. See if that helps with the CPU usage not capping out so much when it loads assets. Let's see here. Well, that's the thing I ran into, though, is that I trace routed where everything is going. What's this? I like the black cat from a few Halloween events ago. This is Ember, and apparently she likes thief type stuff and doesn't like standing around fishing. Just learned that right now. Oh, here we go. A Psijic treasure thingy. This is what I want. This is why I got into the Psijic Order in the first place. More loot to deconstruct. And some antiquity leads as well. So the thing I ran into with this is I trace routed when this thing started barfing last time and having lots of problems with dropped frames due to network stuff. It was actually, I'm connected up to New York City. There's a data center that YouTube has in New York City where crash. Well, that didn't take long. So what did we have? We didn't have any issues. Just ESO is being flaky. Let's try that again, and let's make that adjustment to the graphics on the character screen. Oh, man. This poor game in its old age, I tell ya.
Epic fail.
All right, let's try that again, shall we? Not the first time I've taken down ESO just by playing it. It's like Windows 98, crashing under normal use. Of course, I am running everything through Reshade and stuff. Those might pound the heck out of the processor. All this because I turned off the ambient occlusion. All right, shut up. There we go. We're going to do it here, and hopefully we won't crash the game by jumping onto a rock. Anything else? A depth of field, I think we can keep all these other things. Keep all these other things and see if it can handle it. Any cast ingest at route your feed to the nearest free server supposed to Twitch. It picks the nearest based on ping, and it looks like locks you into that URL. Oh, so it might be some network failovers in play here. But that's the thing. Twitch alone has 2 ingest options in New York City alone. Then there's 2 in Virginia. There's 1 in Miami, Florida. There are just way more endpoints that we can send everything to. All right, did that put some more processing lag in that? Yeah, it did. Yeah, this game's a little rough on that kind of stuff. Plus, we're running DLSS. DLSS might put more load on the graphics card to scale everything. Yeah. So that's what I ran into here. You had all these things going on. Why am I still not getting full 60 FPS? What's it loading? Oh, the CPU. Still loading assets in the background, huh, game?
Can't wait to see what you're going to do with that.
Okay, she likes when you pick flowers, but hates when you fish. Actually, that was an enchanting runestone. Let's go check the other nodes while we're going over this. I don't think YouTube has nearly as many ingest servers as Twitch. I'm curious if that's a logical thing on the network where you all go into primary and backup and then it VPNs you around Google's network to wherever. I don't know. Or maybe it's something where the piece of hardware you connect to is invisible or whatever. Kind of like a network firewall and it won't respond to trace routes. There's all kinds of little tricks you can do for your network stuff. But the point is, I started seeing a lot of problems with with RTMP, with YouTube streaming, and very, very recently. It's been building up for a couple of months. I've seen more of it since last summer. I thought my internet was the problem, but the signal's clean over here, very clean. Everything's amazing when you run tests. And we even brought the tech out and he did noise tests, the whole 9 yards. We replaced everything going into the house. And it was great. Everything's wonderful. And I don't have problems unless services are really congested, like a bazillion people watching Hogwarts streams on Twitch right now. Half the darn streams that I go there just lag out. Even the ads lag out. Like, how am I supposed to watch any streamer on Twitch right now when the Geico commercial freezes after 2 seconds and endlessly swirls until I refresh the browser? And then it goes right into the stream. Like, yeah. The thing is, big tech is nervous about a potential recession and other, ways to try and reduce costs. So we're having all these problems at a time when they might be trying to save money. But I just noticed that Twitch, you combine together the publicity that YouTube streaming has been getting as a Twitch alternative, plus Twitch having more options for ingest, and the two kind of changing places in that respect, plus huge difference between YouTube and Twitch. YouTubers can run multiple streams at once because it's not like Twitch where it's you, your personality, your channel, and one stream. There's plenty of YouTubers streaming that have multiple streams going at the same time because they have the bandwidth for it. That all adds up at some point. So let's go to that delve up there and get the shard while we're at it. You know what? Chat. There's so much chat activity going on. I don't know. Chat, Chad, your choice. Let's see what we got here. Not much capacity. Well, let's get one thing straight. YouTube is the biggest streaming platform out there, unless Facebook has some hidden numbers behind the scenes. Don't forget, the quarterly reports for the industry limit YouTube and Facebook to games only, while Twitch gets to benefit from just chatting in the expansion categories. Doesn't matter as much, though, as you think. because most of Twitch's activity is still gaming. If that wasn't true, Twitch would be marketing themselves differently by now. You look at their ads and the way they market themselves, it is still gaming stuff everywhere, regardless of the hot tub streamers, regardless of the IRLs, which are officially not really all that supported anymore. Just the way Twitch has been, if they really had succeeded in expanding, then they'd be marketing themselves a lot differently, and they wouldn't be bowing to gamer culture so much. Look at the things they do on social media to advertise you to get you to watch Twitch. What is it all the time? It's people playing games. Now, occasionally I'll see a cooking stream or something more brand friendly, and then IRL kind of gets blown off because of what happened with the Ice Poseidon plane incident and the ensuing town hall and everything else. They're still having problems with it. There's an IRL streamer in Poland who got indefinitely suspended this week. She was distracted driving while streaming, looked at chat while she was driving, and ran over someone's dog. So you can tell, by the way, based on the message from a banned channel, whether it's an indefinite suspension or not, because regular suspensions will say that a channel's temporarily unavailable, while indefinites will say it's currently unavailable.
This place
Ironically, IRL is the fastest growing category. Yeah, people
Someone with flesh on their
people are
bones.
suckers.
Thank
They don't
Moloch.
look into the history and they don't look into the problems, and then they wonder why they get doxxed, or they get in trouble because they're running around, blaring cameras everywhere you go. You want to put your life on the internet? Be a freaking vlogger. I mean, all you're really doing, you're basically doing that if you're IRL streaming. Only your IRL streaming is vlogging in hard mode. There's a format on YouTube called Daily Vloggers that corresponds to IRL but isn't live. So if something screws up and you leak something or whatever, you have an edit button to get it out of the freaking video. And you just make it a nice use of your audience's time. And I imagine IRL will fall by the wayside as we continue to emerge from the pandemic lockdowns. I mean, when you're stuck home all the time because of everything, of course you have time to sit there with a stream going for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. So, a lot of streamers have zero sense of... Yeah, that's the thing. Now, yeah, that's the thing. It's and I learned a few things about security from watching IRL streamers get themselves doxxed and then wonder why some hater doxxed them. Well, no, it's because you stayed in the same area. You showed the same roads you were on all the time. If someone watched you long enough, it would have the same effect as if they'd moved to the area themselves. So you don't do that. And that's why you see so many bigger IRL streamers turning every time they're moving from point A to point B. It's like a giant moving selfie. They're just pointing at their face everywhere. It's not just for other people's privacy, it's for their own. You show the same roads over and over again, your audience starts to get an idea where you are in general. Then they triangulate that into Google Earth or something. It's like, there's a reason why Twitch moved away from this stuff. All right, we still getting some processing lag. So we got 500 for the skipped frames due to CPU issues. The CPU didn't hit 100% though. We might just be blowing the game's engine at this point. This is from 2014. I'm also running it through Reshade with numerous filters that really punch up the graphics. Don't know if it makes much of a difference going out as a stream, especially with how soupy YouTube can make these things look. Alright, we're looking for the shard. We might as well take out the boss while we're here. I do have more than one.
That was fun!
You know what? Let's also make it so that the dialogue is easier to hear. Let's remix it. What? Oh, that reset on me. That's why it sounds weird. All right, well, why don't we do... All right, well, let's crank it all up. Let the sound compressor fix everything up for us. Back later, I'm having dinner. Enjoy the game, guys. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Tacit. Let's go over some of this other stuff. Watch my friend play a wrestling management simulator. Seemed fine, but the other friend played Tarov. I had issues. Twitch is the partner thing. Facebook will be higher if you include the niche. IG lives up. Facebook, and in the numbers, Facebook and Facebook Messenger are split off from each other, and Instagram is its own thing. I really gotta wonder, what is Meta gonna do with Instagram? It's becoming more comprehensive, just like Facebook is. They got Reels, and other stuff, and there's people that use their Instagram posts with their big long descriptions as like blog entries. I wouldn't be surprised if Elon Musk continues ticking people off like he's been doing. Paywall, two-factor authentication through SMS, and all the other stuff he keeps getting people mad about. I wouldn't be surprised if some people start using Instagram as their Twitter. You can do that. Just put it all in the description. Let's see here. Yeah, level up this wizard. Just don't go fishing because Ember hates fishing. Why she hates fishing? Probably 'cause you're standing around. Let's see. What does this look like? Well, the problem is that my preview is in 30 FPS. So I don't really want... My preview's in 30 FPS, so I can only catch the really big stutters that drive it down below 30. Maybe I'm worrying about too much, because you got all these Hogwarts streamers. Their game is having slowdown issues on PC as well. Then I saw this earlier with the Final Fantasy remake. I'm like, yeah, wow, you got Final Fantasy on PS4. It looks nice, but it's a 30 FPS game for consoles. Like, I want this 60 FPS on PC with these funky graphics. Oh. Some people, let's see. Oh, we have to go way up there to get that thing. There's got to be a way up there. I did actually try Hogwarts Legacy out last night. It turned out to be a Steam refund for me. Let's be blunt about it. And this is the other reason why I'm hanging out in Artaeum. Hogwarts Legacy is a theme park for Harry Potter fans. If you're already involved in some other fandom or universe or whatever, it might be a tough sell to get you to play, especially if, you know, like the way I am with ESO and everything. It might actually be a tough sell to get you to essentially play a Skyrim game, because that's what that is. Alright. What? Great, I just bugged out the ultimate again. What? How many times is it? Oh, Ember's got him. I was like, why is he suddenly running away? Oh, so that's what... Oh, I see. Now we're bugged and we can't sprint. All right, we're getting rid of that ultimate skill. It's cool having Force Lightning and stuff, but I'm sick and tired of it bugging me out. Energy Overload, Summon Storm, Atronarch. What other skills can we put in there that are kind of... We don't have Meteor yet for the Mages Guild. Shoot, we don't have anything. Shield Wall, Resto Staff. You need to actually equip the weapon in order to use those skills, though. All right, let's get this instead. Let's level up Negate Magic, because I'm sick and tired of the Force Lightning skill bugging out my character to where he can't sprint. Yeah, see? All it does now is move the camera. If it doesn't do this, so now we gotta work. If it doesn't do, yeah, see, all it does is move the camera back. So we gotta run in slow motion everywhere. Let's get into another fight and see if that fixes everything. I like the Harry Potter game on the Game Boy Advance, but it's turn-based RPG. It's not my thing these days. Well, here's the thing. Hogwarts Legacy is basically Skyrim. It's a game, you have this big area, sandboxy stuff, there's collections, quests, the whole 9 yards. You know, it's a living, breathing world to an extent based on what it's based on. Let's see here. And so, I mean, it's a lot of fun if you're not... We're gonna log out. Alright, let's go somewhere we can log out and get our sprinting ability back. Just hang out over by this thing of books. I can't believe... I don't know why... How did Zost manage to break that skill? So... If someone said, hey, let's watch the movies or read the books again, I'd say, like, cool. There's probably going to be people who don't have an established anything, like in an MMO or something, that are going to get into Harry Potter through that game. But... The thing is, about 10 years ago, I went on Attic Continues, an old gaming podcast that I used to regularly be a guest on, and I talked about how MMOs at some point would turn into you pick what world you immerse yourself into based on what you like. The games themselves were all going to be kind of similar and have same-looking features, but you basically pick, you know, where you wanted to live your other life in, so to speak. Well, for all the Harry Potter fans, yay, I can sprint again! Alright, let's not mess with that skill anymore until Zoss fixes it. For all the Harry Potter fans, Hogwarts Legacy is that. But the thing is, because it's a Skyrim style game, I got to compare it to Skyrim. What makes Skyrim worth playing beyond the original content in the game? A very robust modding scene like other Elder Scrolls games. I don't really see that for Hogwarts, except turn your hippogriff into Shrek. You know? What am I attack? Oh, this guy's AFK and he's getting attacked by that zombie dog.
So much better than reading.
All right, take him out. What? Targeting the wrong guy, so I'm pointing in the wrong direction. All right. Oh, that's some residual effect. I was like, why is the thing not going away? These undeads in their snares. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. That felt good.
Ah! Skeletons! Keeps an AE available for lightning. Keeps him AE available for lightning, but that'll be the extent of it. The rest will just throw all these Daedric shards around. Could do some attack weaving as well, like light attack weaving in between spells. It's an easy way to gain some DPS in this game. What do I got here? So, sorry, I'm trying to update ESO. I guess for me it's Assassin's Creed or open world game. These games, I mean, these games all seem like the same game. The only, oh, this is the entrance. I'm like, wow, why am I going up to a 4th floor? Because I found my way back to the door. I'm trying to get to that spirit shard thingy or whatever it is. Trying to get to that soul shard, but not really succeeding in finding the right way to get there. This dungeon was always a bit of a maze. It's just as annoying when you're doing the daily. So, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Good place to level up a necromancer and assert your dominance over these things. Let's throw a Daedric curse on it. Boom! One of the fun parts of playing as a sorcerer.
Let's go.
Unless, of course, you kill the enemy before the Daedric bomb attack goes off. Hey, didn't I morph that thing? Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, it does explode a second time. I'll say, why didn't it explode a second time on the last guy? Same game with different graphics. Like, same game, well, different lore, different place. You know, it uses Unreal Engine and stuff like that. So what happened was, first off, the graphics and the intensity of the game are not very well optimized. I mean, I've got ESO near maxed out over here with Reshade punching it up still further. And in this dungeon, I'm at 44% on the GPU, and the processor is at 71%, but that's when streaming. Knock 20% off of that, I have a lot more processor overhead when I'm not playing this game, when I'm not streaming. So the big reason I'm looking to build another computer is streaming. So get out of this old Skylake i7 with only 4 physical cores, move up probably to a Ryzen 7, and increase mostly multi-core processing capability.
Bet they weren't expecting that.
So that way, you know, multiple for multitasking like streaming and stuff. And I'm thinking of getting one of those Ryzen 7000s with lower power, like 65 watts. See what kind of performance I can squeeze out of a hippie chip. And since it's a Ryzen, if it sucks, then, well, you know, I'll just sell it or something and get another one. But I always look for a combination of performance and efficiency, because when I'm surfing the web, I don't want this thing sucking a lot of power, generating a lot of heat, and I like the option of spinning the fan slower all the time and the system being quieter. Not bad. I should throw my curse on him a little more. Still no drop frames at 4500. This is the recommended bitrate. I'm tempted to up it and see if it starts screwing up. But the thing is, if I look at, let me look at my network after this. HLS makes your network bandwidth out look like a sign, like a wave. Let me see. Got to scroll up to see what the cap's at. Oh, useful. It draws a line at the average max data used, and so it's maxing out at 7.7 megs out when it peaks. So I do have a little bit more leeway before it starts running up against 10 grand and stuff. The big difference between HLS and RTMP is HLS is sending chunks of data versus a real-time stream. Technically, I'm not even streaming by using HLS. I'm just sending data packets. Oh. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Assassin's Creed came to graphics. 3700 seems to run fine for streaming, but for streaming to play Minecraft or some retro game. That's the thing. It took streaming to put it over the top and CPU side. And I have a 2060. 2066 gig. I'm not playing in 4K, so I don't really need 4K texture capability. And now, as I saw with Hogwarts Legacy, DLSS is all the rage. Come on! Come on, Daedric Bomb, blow up. There it goes. Forgot how long those things took. That's better for like group DPS and stuff like that. Just throw some stuff and it turns the enemy's corpse into a proximity bomb, and yet the sorcerer enemy's corpse into a ticking time bomb, and yet the sorcerers have this, not the necromancers. All right, we got the Sky Shard. We could go take out the boss. But let's actually head out instead and move on with things. Go look for lore books in the outside world, because that's what raises the Mage Guild. That's what raises your Mage Guild rank, which unlocks the rest of the quests. I could also start the main quest for ESO. Let's take a shortcut back to Daggerfall. Actually, go back to Shadax Manor in Wayrest. We'll go to Wayrest and take the Way Shrine there. String of 72030 thought though I bet most computers could do that. Consoles could do that too, but the thing with 72030 is that's what you start at on Facebook until you get partnered, unless they fix that. That's probably one of the big reasons why more people don't stream on Facebook, besides the UI is terrible, the real names thing. The whole platform is a little too MySpacey to really succeed for stuff like what YouTubers do. It's there, but it's tied to local stuff. Ooh, this looks nice. The blues and the bright candles and stuff. Unfortunately, some genius decided that none of this furniture should be interactable by default, so I should probably move some furniture at some point. Let's head out into the backyard and let's go. I should probably get rid of the vendors. This is a private residence, so... This is a private residence. I have my offices in various towns for quick decon and selling.
You've got rubbish?
You've got rubbish? Yes, a little bit. Here, enjoy your rubbish. Whatever. Next.
Anything I can do for you?
Yeah, so... I don't care about that fish. I'm not going to cook fish anytime soon. Let's see. Rest is fine. We could buy some bank upgrades with some of those millions of gold I have sitting in the bank. All right, let's see how this handles it. Still no drop frames due to network, so the ingests are doing better today. But Hogwarts is getting past its honeymoon phase, and everybody's playing and streaming it and watching it. So, yeah, I love the colors. Actually, home key in Reshade, the Gaussian blur, DPX, vibrance, fidelity, FX, contrast, adaptive sharpening, which was kind of emulated from what AMD processors do. Levels, prod 8030, filmic tone map, and colorfulness with a U. The Commonwealth way of spelling it. And that's what comes up with all these nice graphics. That's the MultimediaJay preset, without which the game looks like this. And this is one of the key reasons. This is one of the key reasons why I didn't keep Hogwarts Legacy. I'm so used to punching up the graphics like this. So Hogwarts has DLSS, but the thing is, because it's based on Harry Potter, you have essentially what I haven't run into this since Final Fantasy XI. Every so often you get a game. Let's go to a Way Shrine here. Every so often you get a game where the developers are fighting against the fact that it's computer-generated graphics. They don't want it to look like a video game. Ooh, that one. Did that cause more stuttering? No drop frames. Did that pound the CPU? Yes, it did. Loading assets off the SSD. This game goes for whatever resources you throw at it. There we go. 588 and 613. More rendering lag. Woo! Good job, ESO. You use whatever available resources are available. But yeah, so what I ran into with Hogwarts Legacy is that it's one of those games where the graphics, where the designers hate the fact that it's a video game, apparently, and they try and make the computer-generated graphics look like something else. In this case, watching a movie. So you have motion blurs, you have camera filters, you have digital photography type stuff native to the game. And then to make up for all this eye candy, adding overhead and stuff and bogging down the game engine, you have DLSS. Which, just like with ESO, I was able to update the DLSS, but it didn't do very much. And of course, the realistic animations compared to a game like this, it reminds me of the controls in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, where Link accelerated and decelerated, and it made it very hard to platform with them. So, I mean, maybe with a faster computer and the ability to actually turn on the RTX with the ray tracing, without this being a second-gen card, turning the game into a chug fest. It looks like something from the Nintendo 64. Think Ocarina of Time, Hyrule Field. I know people consider it a classic nowadays, but I'm like, we liked it because it was 3D, but it was chuggy as heck.
Excuse me, please.
Hello,
A
Daggerfall.
message for you?
We need to go find lore books to raise our Mage Guild rank, but the real thing I should be doing is starting the main quest for original ESO. Let's go get ritually sacrificed and sent to oblivion. Alright. I got everything we need, except let's stop somewhere and get armor repaired. What are we at? Level 23, so the level 22 armor is still pretty recent.
Card sharps and collectors, test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute.
Yay, the card game.
Sharp, pointed, makes a clear statement to your enemies. Nobody will make swords for you
turn
but
off
Zosh.
turn off
so
zone
get
chat.
them right here.
Yeah, 142 gold for repair bill. Oh well. All right, let's go get ritually sacrificed and sent to oblivion. Wow, Daggerfall being as sluggish as usual. Yeah, it's killing the frame rate. It's killing the frame rate and the frame render time and causing a crap ton of encoding lag because the processor is at 100%. All right. Put the CPU utilization on there and go back to GPU. GPU is only at 67%. This game is pulling resources and doing data and stuff like that and processing things way too much. All right. How do we get into the main quest? Or did I already unlock that with this guy? Let's see.
Hey, you're alive!
There she is. Is anything going to bring the processor down? Nothing, no network problems. It is 100% stuttering in the stream due to the CPU falling behind. Oh, here we go. We're down to 87% now. Yeah, whatever, Skylake.
Up and about, are we? You're the one they pulled from the drink. Captain Colleen found you floating out in Iliac Bay. She said to send you round if you woke up with half a mind left, though I won't stop you if you want to run off. She's in Stros Mackay, adding to her crew. The ship's got enough sailors to keep her afloat, but that's about it.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a breadcrumb. Hold on a second. That's a breadcrumb that sends me off to Stros Mackay. Ah, I'm already past that point. Ah. So we're looking for the... Oh, well, we just go to the harborage then. All right, I'm already past that point. Why don't I have Soul Magic then as a skill line? All right, so we can skip Oblivion on this character because I already took him through Oblivion. All right. Good to play catch-up. This guy's been sitting around waiting to be... Yeah. I'm not talking about the blockiness, Dan, with N64 and PS1 games being chunky. I'm talking about the slow frame rate because all that mattered was it was 3D. 90 megahertz processor back then. Man, like the crappiest smartphone in the world is like miles faster than that. And it needed vents in the back near its power supply so it didn't overheat. Ah, 90s technology, baby. There we go. This is more like it. Talk to the prophet over here. But yeah, so that's what I ran into at Hogwarts, is that the graphics are trying so much to look like film that it turns out to be this uncanny valley of sorts.
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige.
Yes, it's another wizardy looking guy with a stick. Your point? Well, there's a regular book in there. Well, before we talk to this guy, So that's the situation that I ran into with it, was just the way it worked and stuff was just clunky as heck, and it tries to be realistic with the animations and things like that, but yeah, sure, I'm souping things up with reshade here, but I'm used to this. The controls are incredibly tight versus your character accelerating and decelerating every time you push a button. So then, of course, you got all these screwy controls for special spells like Wingardium Leviosa and stuff. You have all these controls you got to map instead of keeping it simple. It's like Skyrim, like I said. It's a game that tries to get around the fact that action bars are a good thing. Skyrim had like spells in each hand and stuff, with like a little gimmick like that, which made being a hybrid and casting in that game clunkier than Oblivion. People, just one of those things. Nobody wants to talk about how, yeah, I know it was World of Warcraft and EverQuest and stuff that did it, but action bars, they're a standard for a reason. Even though in this game they're not clickable. You have to push the buttons. Clicking is more for moving your skills around. Whoops, too many things charging on the USB bus in that port. Oh, it affected the microphone too. Let's see here. Unplug the YouTube camera. Don't charge the YouTube camera while you're trying to do a sound check. Oh, it affected the microphone. That sounds all right, but it's a little distorty. So, getting a little too close here. Oh, let's see. We could also check and see if the level is 70%. But yeah, I mean, this looks fine, but I'm sure the motion blur and other stuff are masked by the losses you get when you stream a video game, even if you're streaming as high quality as you can with a 2PC setup. So you got that in play there. But overall, the big thing with Hogwarts Legacy for me is that it's a theme park for Harry Potter fans. I'm not into Harry Potter, never have been into Harry Potter, and with how much I have going on in Elder Scrolls, between this and if I want to replay the offline games, between all of this, like if I want to play through Skyrim 64-bit edition with the special edition, I never played through it. I only played through the original 32-bit version. But then there's mods galore, so I could probably just stream. I could do streams playing with mods all the time if I really wanted to. Like some of the more outlandish mods like airships and firearms and stuff like that in Skyrim. The motorcycle in Oblivion. I love the private mobile base in Morrowind, and of course Morrowind has not only a recoded code base through OpenMW, which brings it up to which modernizes the game for today's systems. You also have super mods like Morrowind Rebirth that upgrade all the graphics in the game, and even some of the gameplay functions to make it more like Oblivion. So, I took a look, especially with all the time I've spent watching streamers play the game, and I was like, do I want to get involved in a new IP when I know nothing about Harry Potter? Do I really want to immerse myself in the Hogwarts, woods, or whatever the heck they are, when I'm already so established in ESO and Elder Scrolls in general? I got a World of Warcraft installation that I just uninstalled, because with the latest Blizzard crap, I'm probably not playing Dragonflight. I have Final Fantasy XIV, but too many emotional kid-type folks play that game, so I'm probably not going to bother with that. Guild Wars 2 has been sitting, on the system for 10 years. What exactly were the chances at all that I would be able to really get my money's worth from Harry Potter, especially the $70 digital deluxe, now that you got all these companies out there that are like, ooh, $70 video games. The time of the era of the $70 video game has arrived. Whatever. Spare me. We had $60 video games for how many years? Look, I'm on PC for a reason. I play catch up with games during Steam sales. I don't need to be in a rush to play Hogwarts. I have so much going on in what I have and games sitting untouched. Discussion over. So, we're here doing this. And I'm continuing the ongoing meme that I've had with Play Some Stuff since Hogwarts took the world by storm. Leveling a magic sorcerer here, a sorcerer who's basically a wizard. And being like, I'm too cheap to get Hogwarts. Let's proceed.
Welcome to the Harborage Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for. Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
It's a damp cave.
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past. Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past.
I always wondered if this was...
understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment.
I always thought this was a Psychonauts reference, where you go into somebody's mind. I have that on Steam as well. I think I got rid of the PS2 version I never played. But no, that doesn't have... I don't have the cover art for that, so it's just black and white printout of the... I think I might still have it for PS2. I gotta get rid of some of this crap. Dan, I remember in the 2000s $70 games, I normally buy games when they're $10. Final Fantasy stick with Mystic Quest single player. You actually liked Mystic Quest? Maybe the old Nintendo games and Minecraft. Hey, it's Dumbledore. Let's see. Well, you know that...
Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Well, you know that... It's interesting seeing... Oh, here we go. Oh, it's an automatic portal. Let's get through the story, then.
Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis.
This probably looks really good in reshade. Get my stats back on
the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life.
I think I'm going to stay at the recommended bit rate.
The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study.
It looks different going through here with an arcane caster
The
this
scrolls
time.
allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them.
What does that have to do with me?
I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn. Baron Aquilarius, the son of Colobian Duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Veron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool.
Yeah, what does
It
Dragonborn
is
mean?
time you met the
I
Five
played Skyrim, I know
Companions
it.
yourself and witnessed their fate.
A lot of plot twists in here, so... No enemies, so let's make it cinematic.
The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako,
King of Worms.
the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner.
Oh, it actually saves the... If you turn everything off in order to watch all the stuff happen, it saves the hints until you turn everything back on. That's cool.
These were the Five Companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings. Manamako convinced Veron that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Veren as one of the Dragonborn. By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Veren conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender. Manamako the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Veren to perform the ritual you are about to witness. Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
This whole thing is one giant story. I think, though, there's more things to do later on, though.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Manamako, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Manamako, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Whoops! Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alesia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Manamako, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
There's always that one, isn't there, in any friend group?
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Manamako to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the dark anchors and initiate the plane melt. Akatosh gave Alesia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nairn. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra. Manamako tricked Veren into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nairn was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nairn from their hosts.
That would explain the Soul Shriven as well.
Veren was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manamako and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Moloch Baal. Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manamako and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manamako got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me. The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manamako feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nairn's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Moloch Baal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me.
I think we're almost the end of this stuff.
Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal the opportunity he desired. Moloch Baal's dark anchors pierce the torn veil and seek to draw near into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction are appearing all throughout Tamriel.
That did take some getting used to when I first came to this game, though. Oblivion being something that was blue instead of red. Then the Deadlands came, and
brutality and domination is successful. He will merge our world and his own in a terrible plane meld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Vestige. We must stop Moloch Baal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage? As you say.
what were the level requirements for the rest of the quests? It's been a while.
And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now. And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met. Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time. Minimarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents wherever they can be found and expose their lies. Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vestige.
See, that's the reason to do the main quests of the various games and DLCs and stuff. There's skill points attached to all of them. Alright, so where is the skill? One skill point. There it is, Soul Magic. So he has Soul Trap there. The ultimate is Soul Strike, which I think would be a better ultimate than what we had earlier. Resto Staff to 20. A good way to nuke a boss as well. Or just go Mage's Guild and throw down meteors on everything. A little bit of a Final Fantasy reference with Meteo there. Well, that was fun. I think your level in the game determines your eligibility for the next quest. But I think the best thing to do now, really, in order to not have this turn into a Let's Play of ESO, go out and get some lore books to level up Mage's Guilds, the Mage's Guild line. I think determines when you get the next Mage Guild quest. Alright, we'll start here. Start here with whatever that book is.
The time is now. Seek me by the cliffs outside Daggerfall.
Well, that was quick. Must already be high enough level for the next quest. Well, we'll save that for later, though. Where's this book? Yeah, but Hogwarts Legacy... It was a Steam refund for me. Maybe I'll check it out again when it's like Game of the Year material or something and I have a better system. But when I'm used to this, going to like muddy graphics with more realistic animations
Easy
is
to get lost in a place like this.
not really all that great of a deal.
That's one of my favorite parts about cities.
Alright, there goes the processor again. Daggerfall has always been a system slammer on this thing, on this system. And before multi-threaded stuff, it would actually take the frame rate down below 30 frames per second on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Can't get 60. Can't get 60 and OBS is throwing a huge fit.
Hear ye!
Yeah, I'm at a solid 100 on the processor. Welcome to being CPU limited. It's not affecting the network stuff, though. Let's get out of Daggerfall. Go somewhere where there isn't a bazillion buildings and people and whatever it is. Yeah, here we go. Legit curious, though. What exactly... Let's just stop here where it's all nice and pretty. What exactly am I looking at for that processor I want to get? It's what, the 70-something? Let's see here. i7... I think it was the 7700 or something. 6700K versus Ryzen 7 7700 no X. Well, the 77, I'm getting the CPUs mixed up. Turn off dark mode on the browser. 7700. The 7700X represents a 39% increase in overall processing power, gigantically faster increase in 8-core, and almost double for quad-core. So definitely more cores and faster stuff in general versus what I have right now. But the power-efficient one, what does that represent? All right, let's do Ryzen. Ryzen. Helps if I spell it right. There it is. The Ryzen 7 7700 only loses about 5% of the performance and represents a 34% increase in processing capabilities. So, and it goes down, it would take the operating wattage down to 65 watts. It's the hippie chip of the Ryzen 7 7K series. Just got to check the prices of DDR5 to take a look at that. Look at this. This is another thumbnail waiting to happen. Look at that sunset. This is another, and this is with DLSS. So, you know, Daggerfall, let's open up Picasa for this one. We'll do something like this later. I get the whole walking stick look and stuff. Oh, there we go. Wait, he moved his eyes right as I hit the screenshot button. Let's see here. Does that look good enough for a thumbnail? Yeah, we'll probably use it as a thumbnail at some point later on. Not bad. This is DLSS, though. I'm not using DLAA, which gives you higher graphics quality here. All right. Well, we could go to Daggerfall.
Yes, are we going to race?
We could go to Daggerfall to get that red book that's on the map now, but let's go over to the east, pick up that way shrine.
This forest is cursed.
Maybe throw some spells at some Spriggans or something. All right. Target practice. Oh, look, imps. My other favorite form of target practice. Oh, yeah. The other part of the whole Hogwarts thing, too, that bothered the heck out of me was the combat. Now, the combat and the gameplay, one of the reasons why I say it's a theme park is because if you watch people stream it, they're going around casting Revelio every other minute. Like, run around the world, cast the spell that makes things visible, and then run to those things. How is that not a slower version of something like a quest compass? Like, I mean, Elder Scrolls Oblivion had, like, Detect Life and similar spells in the Mysticism school, but I can't imagine myself running around, unless I'm trying to avoid enemies or stealth or something, I can't imagine myself running around casting Detect Life everywhere. But yeah, that's basically what we ran into with that. You go around, you cast Revelio all over the place, and then you go into combat, and it's like pew-pew-pewing with wands, and maybe a little bit of strategy with spells. But if you have, like, strategies with spells and stuff, really, why not make some kind of online PvP at this point as a DLC?
Reminds me of being a kid. Being hungry wasn't so bad when you were warm.
So, cooking fire. Yeah, here we go. My prediction with Hogwarts, though, there'll probably be a Quidditch DLC. Obviously, how can it be a Harry Potter game without Quidditch? They couldn't get it working this time. Maybe they'll phase it in or something, or make it like an instance thing or an arena. or something. And I think there'll be something akin to Grand Theft Auto Online if Portkey and Warner Brothers really want to. Imagine, I said this on Twitter a while back, but let's just float the idea again. Imagine Hogwarts Legacy with an online component similar to GTA Online, and all those Harry Potter nerds out there are role-playing similar to GTA RP, and it doesn't take the game being out for 10 years for that to take off. But again, what's that going to constitute if Hogwarts goes in that direction? What it's going to constitute is games turning into, the only difference being the IP that's involved. If they're all good games, programmed up correctly, and they run well, you're basically picking what virtual world you want to be involved in. So, kind of like this is Elder Scrolls. I've also played Neverwinter. So if I want to go to more Forgotten Realms type stuff, even though that game has microtransactions like this one, and get involved over there, I could basically go play Neverwinter. They've changed up the classes since the last time I played it, too, to get away from D&D 5th edition following it so closely and stuff. So, you have more generic barbarians, wizards, paladins, clerics, the whole 9 yards. As opposed to control wizard, guardian fighter, great weapon fighter. I laughed when I saw that stuff. Like, look, D&D's trying to be WoW. Back in the days when WoW went too crazy with specs as opposed to classes. It didn't matter that you were playing a paladin. It mattered you were a retribution paladin or whatever. They should do something like Harry Potter Online. Well, Hogwarts, I know, is a newer game. Oh, we got some data to take out. Hogwarts would be perfect for that. It's an open world game. Just bring in some multiplayer, some official multiplayer. Don't wait for the modders to do it. We don't need any shanjacks out there. Make it similar to Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto had the single player game, and then a version of it was put online and with multiplayer added. And I think some people would want that too. They'd want story mode to play through Hogwarts and do whatever they want, and most importantly, install mods. So Skyrim, for example, was the latest in the Elder Scrolls games that was kept alive by mods after you finished all the quests and stuff. Although I never did 100% complete Skyrim. So I need multiple characters for that, because my main was a goody two-shoe who never joined the Dark Brotherhood. But now that Skyrim Special Edition is out, you can save your saves by character. And so you can do a very good job with that kind of stuff. See, have I discovered this area, or do I just have a quest that's not done? No, I haven't done the mill quest yet. All right, where's this book? That's what raises your Mages Guild thing. And if What's-His-Face comes back from dinner, we can talk about some more stuff as well. That's the way it usually is with this.
Doing something with magic-y?
She loves enchanting, so might as well just grab whatever. So, get rune stones, but don't fish. Got it. Back, yes. I'll probably just have supper right before going to sleep. Going from night shift to day shift, so a little food coma will actually help me get to sleep at the right hour. Whether carb crash or otherwise. Let's see here. Nothing like a little lightning to all right, the next lore book is a bit to the north. The thing is, though, I'm going to go collect all these lore books, level up Mage Guild, level up Mages Guild, but I don't know when I'm eligible for the next quest. I'll get Persuade in on the action. Oh, no skill points either. We got to go level or... Actually, we need to go respec. Let's go to Wayrest after picking up this book that's over by the bandit camp. Go to Wayrest and let's respec to take out the skill points from those things we're never going to use. Like, the Force Lightning attack is broken right now. Kind of sad. I wonder how many people have, like, Emperor Palpatine sorcerers in this game that generate lots of ultimates so they can use the ultimate. Something I need to reply to. Trying to get my mini-map working. Yeah, mini-map's an add-on. The game doesn't have that natively. Minimap's an add-on. I'm using Reshade with a couple of things. And watching this processor, trying to keep it from cranking up to 100%. Let's see here. ESO is the majority of it. the beefiest, the absolute beefiest that that's probably what caused the network lag last time when I was like, oh, the ingest is screwed up. Well, I probably went AFK in the middle of a town which has higher CPU from all the activity. So higher CPU. I wish it was a new moddable RPG game. It says Tacit. Let's see here. Let's go to Wayrest. Get respect in the cathedral here. Let's see, 5:59. What do we have for lifetime? Oh, hour 13. Be a good time. Not in town. Let's get out of town so we don't have the stream lag out, because Screenshot Theater is basically PowerPointing with hardware support a bunch of 1080p screenshots. Oh, there goes the processor. Let's put down the draw distance and see if that helps with that. Take the draw distance down to 50%. We turn off the grass too. Actually, you know what we could do? This is what we did last time. Turn down the reflections and shadows. Put the reflections and shadows down to medium. Now watch this crash the game. See if we can load. See ya. Yeah. Oh, the preview's screwing up too because all the assets are reloading. Now we'll get some network lag. Yeah. I just committed the cardinal sin of reloading the game. And now it can't. Fortunately, oh yeah, I'm probably freeze framed, right? Oh, look at this. Enjoy the matte painting. I'm tired of booting up Skyrim for the 300th time. I hope Hogwarts can actually be useful for that. But I wonder how mod friendly that game is. It was really chuggy, even going through the menus on my system. So that's part of the reason for the refund too, is if I can't have fun with an offline RPG like that through mods and stuff. Oh, there we go. Yep. YouTube's complaining at me now because the processor is pummeled and it's not getting frames out quickly enough. The network has done none of this. There are no dropped frames whatsoever because of the network. The stream also went LMAO. Yep, I'm at a solid 100% on the processor as it slams the crap out of the system to reload all the assets after we changed the reflections. Could probably fry an egg on the processor right now. What's the temperature? Oh, I don't run that on this logon to keep the CPU stuff down. All right. Let's crank the fans on it. Turn the fans all the way up. There we go. If it's gonna slam itself like this, we might as well run the fans. Is it? Yeah, YouTube's got a big yellow error message complaining at me. It's one of the worst things about ESO. Why does it need all of these resources to turn the settings down? I have a stuff from streams where I lost like 20 minutes of stream time trying to get the settings to change. Hopefully, this lowers the CPU usage in town so we can stop getting capped by this freaking thing. Oh, I think it'll just turn down the GPU more because we're running DLSS. So this is non-graphics related. There's a lot of games built to be mod friendly from the start. Imagine if Grand Theft Auto Online was something similar to GTA Online developed directly to be role played in and stuff like that instead of people adding it later. So stuff like that. It's still totally pummeled on the CPU. YouTube still has the big yellow error message. See here. Probably like 15 frames a second on the webcam. Oh, man. I would go to Screenshot Theater, but that uses even more CPU. So sometimes up to 20% of the processor playing music and rotating through all those 1080p screenshots. They're JPEGs, but it's kind of like running a PowerPoint on top of all of this, and the game itself is pounding the processor at 100%. Oh, 99%. Okay, it got a little bit of a break. I probably would still see this with the Ryzen 7 I want to get. It would just last not as long. Okay, here we go. Hey, look, it's the game. Remember that? And here comes the processor down to 80%, 70%. What did that really do? All right, here's what we're going to do. Because last time we crashed the game, restart the whole game. It probably won't take as long to reload because we changed all the settings. And Come on, finish closing, you piece of crap. Now I got a black screen. Okay, restart so we don't crash the game jumping off a boulder. Hearing audio, but the video is 0.5 FPS. Oh, yeah. So here's what... And we lost 5,000 frames. We lost 5,000 drop frames from that. So, finally we got some... Finally, it got so bad that the system couldn't send stuff out over the network and it was disconnecting from the internet. 4,048 drop frames due to network problems, no doubt self-inflicted by the computer because we had 0 earlier. 5,097 frames lost due to rendering lag. 15,171 frames lost due to encoding lag when we were pounding the hell out of the processor. The new definition of what it means to be CPU limited. All right, let's reset the counters and start the game back up and see how much better it does. It's mostly in cities and towns where things are busy. I'll bet if I ran dungeons, I'd have the same problem. Let me check the Ethernet graph. No, the Ethernet graph didn't peak. Wait, what's this? 7 megs. No, it didn't hit the limit on sending data when it caught up either. So... there's still some overhead left of the 10 up with this cheap cable. Yeah, of course we're back. Elder Scrolls always F's the stream. And this is the funny part, because we're talking Hogwarts Legacy and its inefficiencies. So, when my system was chugging all over the place, when I tried to raise the settings past medium, the processor was at 10% and the graphics card was at 30% utilization. So that game was running badly. Reset the counters again. Because we lost some more frames while it was loading when it pounded the processor again. So the game was running chuggy, looking like Uncanny Valley between a video game and film, and just overall not being all that enjoyable versus maxed out ESO. And it was using less resources. So there's somebody on that dev team. Oh, there's a book we can get here, too. Let's get a couple of them. There's somebody on that dev team that really wants Hogwarts Legacy to look like a movie. 24 frames per second, looking like you're watching your own personal Harry Potter movie with your character. And you know, that's one of the things you can do in these games is Mad-lib yourself into the game. This is what I would do if I was Harry Potter. Revelio! I'm sure there's plenty of Potter fans out there doing that. It's going to take a while for YouTube to stop complaining about what just happened, so I'll wait for Live Control Room to stop complaining and go back to, this thing's in great shape. Don't forget to like this stream, by the way. We know that streaming on YouTube is more algorithmic, so it's like using Spotify or something where you use like to tell the system, show me more of this stuff. Let's see here. Wow, I'm still having frame rate issues. The processor's found a way to go back to 100%. We turned down all those graphics and slammed the heck out of the system for way rest to still... This computer sucks, man. You know what? It would have been even worse if I hadn't gotten myself made fun of back when I built this thing in the mid-2010s.
Are we going to race?
Jeffrey Jefferson. Is that your character, Mr. Dan? Welcome back to ESO. Wait, I heard some Daedra. Where are they? Where are they lurking? No, those are PvPers. Let's see here. All these characters with like Dagoth and samurai looks and stuff. Still trying to get 60 FPS again. I tell you, the other thing it's doing is multi-threaded. No, there they are. Vampires. But we're fighting them outside of Wayrest, so... Nuke the vampires! Take out that lich. Not bad, though. I'm still running the game at higher settings than I was before. I based the last set on, oh, we lost a lot of encoding lag because we're fighting outside a town. Yeah, oh, we have red numbers for encoding lag now. Over 5% lost frames because I just fought those vampires outside the town and the CPU maxed. So here's the thing, though. I was getting made fun of back when I built... I call it the system monolith because it looks like the monolith from 2001 A Space Odyssey with a Define R5 case. I don't like computers with light shows built in. I'd rather use the power for, you know, running the system better. Plus, how can you make a dark horse of a system if the system isn't even dark? Where's this book? All right, follow the not-so-yellow brick road. Not even brick. Right, a couple more lore books we can get out here. We do have to respec, by the way, so I got to go back to town and lag the stream again. Yeah, mid-2010s. What the heck are you building a Core i7 for? All you need is a Core i5 to game. Why are you spending $300 on a processor? Well, I caught the i7 6700K on sale. The non-K version was $300. The K was 320 back in the mid 2010s. Even though I bought a cheap B motherboard, I didn't want to overclock because I almost took out my last system with overclocking. Went a little too high on the temperatures and destabilized the chip. Actually, no, I took out the motherboard from too many experiments with the voltage. So I was like, you know what? I'm not looking to brag about numbers. I just want the games to run well. And considering I've gotten years out of this, and only streaming is making this thing hit its limits. Hogwarts Legacy, I mean, I could turn off the ray tracing and maybe turn on like high graphics and stuff. The game has software problems, though. I'm not capping the processor and the graphics card that way. So let's see here. I don't like RGB either. I don't need to be running LEDs. I don't need to be running LEDs. Any light at all. I mean, I don't even have a proper streaming light because I'm not used to... This kind of is supposed to be like a guy playing video games in the middle of the night or watching TV in the middle of the night with this whole setup.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I'm not too vain like that. Looks pretty nice, though, when the game's bright enough to light me up. So I just jack the TV up all the way so I'm staring at a bright TV. And you'll see things go dark when the game goes dark. And all that lovely stuff. Speaking of which, let me watch, where's the bitrate on this thing? I'm going to go to fade to black, and I want to see if this is like a JPEG type thing. The bitrate is at 4800 with all this stuff going on the screen. What happens when it drops because I blank out the screen? Yeah, thought so. It eventually drops way down and even goes to 0 a couple of times. So, literally, I mean, if the data is very simple, it sends less data. So, theoretically... Whoa. So that is different than RTMP. So if I played, like, a game that looked like Minecraft or something, or Fortnite or Valorant or something, it might actually not need as much bitrate to look good. Cool. Give me a plain blacked out option in my room with the lights off, lol. We could do that. Let's see here. I could always play with VTuber software if I really wanted to, but that'd be kind of stupid. I already go with the sunglassy thing because I got this bright TV in front of me. Plus, this is what I used to do as a metal DJ at my college radio station back in the day. We had blue neon lighting in the studio, and I was Saturday nights 9 to midnight when everyone else was getting drunk. I was over banging my head and drinking Diet Coke with lemon to have a ton of energy on the air. I didn't know back then that coffee and tea have more caffeine than soda. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Runestones. She'll like this. We're slowly meandering away from the town, and I have to go respec this guy so we can get some skill points back. Let's go get that over with. Preferably by taking the shortcut through Gardner House. Actually makes it real easy to respec the guy. Actually, let's change up the scenery. Sugar Bowl, sweet, outside. Let's do everything outside in Khajiit land. Streaming over SRT. It's HLS. HLS is not a real-time stream. It's chunks of data sent over HTTP. So I noticed last night when I blacked out the stream at the end of the outro that my bitrate dropped to 0, but I didn't get any drop frames on the network. So we're pounding the processor again because we're loading elsewhere.
Lots of good opportunities for
I'm hearing
pickpocketing
trouble.
Just saying.
Come on, you dinosaur, you. It's not going to the network yet, but it's pounding the heck out of the encoder again. Darn it! I don't want to spend 20 minutes waiting for the settings to turn down again. Sauce. Darn it! I just went to the desert. I just went out to the desert and we got all this. No, we are at 100%. It's loading. It's loading more stuff in the background. MMOs. Gotta love it. We've lost 1,000 frames and the frame rate's getting cut in half. Both frame rate and frame time. VTuber E-Girl J. Hey, you know, there's AI voices out there these days that are very, very convincing. I would not be surprised if somebody made voice morpher software that used AI to attach your voice to an AI voice. All right, that's where you get married. Let's see here. Alkosh is Chivas Stendar. There we go. What the? Why on earth are they playing a Breton song out here in Khajiit land, Aldmeri Dominion? All right, let's see. 2,000 gold to redo skills. All right, so what are we getting rid of here? Daedric Summoning. We're just going to keep the Curse to level up Daedric Summoning. No more Force Lightning. We don't need that. We're not going to use the tank skill either because I just use better gear for that. We'll just keep Lightning Storm to level up Storm Calling. We'll worry about the finisher move some other time. Let's see here. Lightning Splash, Destruction Staff. We could play with some of this too. The Weakness to Elements debuff would be particularly useful. And then, of course, you got some heals as well. This is the one that just is stronger. Haven't leveled that one. We do have Steadfast Ward, so we can start leveling a shield spell. Mage Guild. If we can get up to Mage Guild level 2, we can unlock Mage Light, which adds spell crit. So why don't we do that? Since I can't really come up with a last spell on this bar. Actually, I got 2 empty spots now. Wait, let's put the Daedric Curse on there in a number 4 spot. Oh, no, it's already in the number 1 spot. I literally only have 3 spells. All right, Negate Magic. Globe also damages enemies standing inside it, or it heals you and your allies standing inside of it. I'm not trying to be any kind of... Do we really want to throw heals with this thing, though? Well, it's only 1 per spec, though. So if I'm going in as a healer, and I'm using the Resto Staff, which gets you faster Qs... Let's make it an attack, because I already have somebody who heals with it. So let's have this one do damage. The Suppression Field. There we go. We can always level the other one up too. We can also get some more Daedric skills as well, like Rune Prison. Although I am looking to unlock... Where is it? Not Force Siphon. Where's Dark Exchange? There we go. That's the heal. That's the heal that runs off of the other resource. That might be handy. That's an immobilized thing. That's an immobilized thing. And then it's basically crowd control if you want to be like a control wizard. Daedric Summoning. We could summon Daedra too, but there's plenty of people running around with pets everywhere. So I'll be that one sorcerer that flings spells everywhere. Oh yeah, Tirinei is doing her daily quest stuff too. Or she's doing her weekly community events. Totally forgot about that. It is 6 o'clock at night. Resto Staff, etc. All right, we'll just go with this. We'll go with this. We won't have a lot of spells. So, Crystal Fragments is fine. The other one is actually the Stamina skill. Maybe we should keep Mage's Fury. Yeah, it explodes. The thing let's Surge. No, we want to... We're half level away from getting Surge, which is the weapon and spell damage boost. And you heal on critical damage. So we'll leave that spot empty for now. Have that be the number 5 attack so we can get plus 20% damage. All right, we'll go with this. We're just not going to have a lot of spells for a level or for half a level. Let's see here.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
Tyrion V are we. All right, well, what we'll do... Let's see... First, let's get out of town. Let's go somewhere where the CPU usage isn't being pounded at 100%. So let's go to Goodmane's Castle, the main castle where it'll load and be slow and then stop. Get up, stretch, refill some drinks, and then we'll join Tirinei's event over, she's streaming on Twitch right now. We'll see it. We'll go do public dungeons and get a few free levels off of that. Be of use to some guildies and fellow content creators. Dan says I'm playing with add-ons now. So even though it doesn't make any sense for this wizard guy to go to this paladin-style castle with a chapel and everything, I got the most stuff in here, so let's have some fun. And it doesn't pound the hell out of the processor like it used to. You know, a little bit of stutters as it loads the assets. A little bit of stutters, but it's not hitting 100%. The towns are where this thing has problems. Another reason to look into a more powerful system. Hey, you know, it had a good run. Let's see here. Can we decon and do other stuff?
The clitter clatter of...
Oh, we have a whole bunch of stuff. And we're going to need the inventory space when we join our public dungeon run here. Close that up.
Yes?
Yes. Close, sell, sell, sell. The never-ending scroll. We got to take that to Artaeum. But let's just go hang out here. And let's get up and stretch for a bit. What do we have for processor? 52%. So my custom player house uses less processor than the towns do. Ugh. Never drove a stream of HLS is an interesting thing to find out. Well, here's the thing with if you look at your Ethernet out, it looks like a sound wave because you're using HTTP to send packets. So you're more likely to have a total F of the stream than you are to have some of the other stuff that happens when you're bandwidth limited on RTMP. All right, let's get up and stretch and go help Tirinei out and be a goody two-shoe like that with this wizard.
It's time to play some stuff.
All right, let's not keep our fellow streamer waiting here. Let's reset the counters on the technical side of things, and I'm probably gonna have a hard time watching chat. I need a Twitch window with an extremely low quality Twitch stream so I can hear her audio. Hopefully, we don't have a situation we unmute ESO. Hopefully, the ESO music drowns out her music so it doesn't sound too weird, and I don't get content ID'd. She uses whatever that service, Pretzel Rocks or whatever it is. All right, let's see. Let me load up Twitch here and unmute the site and set her stream, set it to see if it'll run first, and have it go.
Oh, I think the plan is public dungeons, community stuff.
Yes, it is, madam.
TCNA, if anybody
let's
wants
see
to
here.
come.
TCNA, set the quality to 160p.
We'll put those details in the chat. I'm gonna go across the. Wait, do we want token?
Oh, good. I can't even hear her music over mine, and I know it's getting compressed and stuff. So, let's see here. All right, type in X in guild chat for Tiri and V or we. That's the name of the guild.
I just got my last one, so I feel like a lot of you
get at it in here. X.
I don't
Necro Warrior. Gee, I wonder.
Like,
just going to Glenumbra?
40 to 50 hours a week.
Welcome to one of those weird situations where Twitch streaming and YouTube streaming collide. Off to Glenumbra. We got the room for it anyways.
Let's see. Oh, Sister Healer.
Yvissos captured the
All right,
temple. They're
let's
using its
see.
magic to charm everyone in the kingdom.
All right, trying to get her audio to where she doesn't blow me away and I can talk over her. All right, here's the group. You know what? While we're waiting, it's Femboy Rajin? What the? What are some of these folks doing at ESO? Is there ERP going on somewhere that I don't know about? Or did someone find out about the Transmax movement? Let's see here. Those of you unfamiliar, there's a group of people out there that think that transition because they think they'll be better off on the other side, so to speak. Look it up on Google. Let's see here. Let's see. Why is the wizard running off? Because there's a book somewhere and I'm a nerd and I'm about to lag out my stream running back into Daggerfall. That's why. Let's see here. It also doesn't help that I now have a Twitch stream going in another browser window. Although, look at that stutter. We're hitting 30 frames per second. Where is this book? Just don't run full speed into Daggerfall. You know, sometimes the lag gets so bad I get teleported back because the communication to the server cuts out. Okay, Tiri, as soon as you get off of that Stream Raiders battle. Twitch.tv/TIRINEI if you want to see her side of all of this. She does public dungeon runs for lower level characters on Saturday nights around this time. Seeing green text about that, lol. Yeah, well, I'm a big believer in to each their own, and, you know, we have the technology for that stuff, so people want to go after that stuff, that's their choice, their decision, and, you know, their consequences if we find out there's some health problem because that year's down the road or something. But, well, we're never going to find out if people, you know, don't step up to the plate on this.
Oh, I thought you said...
Either way, I think HLS makes for a choppier stream when your CPU is getting stressed.
Okay,
yeah, well, I think what happens is, this is funny because it's YouTube, where streams get treated like YouTube videos after the fact. All right, I'm sick and tired of hearing this Daggerfall music. I'm on YouTube. I have access to the YouTube audio library. Let's show my age a little more and fire up Winamp. Oh, yeah. That's people have complimented me on this thing. Oh, what's that music player using? Can you believe it's Winamp? I think it's the Trance Amp theme from like 2001.
Right there.
Yeehaw! Now I can't hear her. Music's at 15% in the mix. Let's close that out. Now I gotta turn her up.
This direction. I can't go that direction. Is all I was saying.
Okay, you done with Stream Raiders yet? We got some stuff to do. Who is that? Is that Jay? Yeah, that's Jay, and he's running around grabbing books.
There's a curve.
Instead of waiting for you.
It's a one-way street.
How does she get anything done in this game?
Regardless of the number of skin chests during the event.
Oh, yeah. You'd expect any less from an older millennial who was a big fan of the 2000s other than that whole Great Recession thing. And still listens to Crossfade.
I can't wait to see what you're going to do with
Oh
that.
yeah, this is Transamp. This is the Transamp skin. That's on Windows XP. I made a year ago. I made a retro system. I hope it still works. I haven't fired it up in a long time. Once I get over this sleep schedule change, I gotta go back to making tech videos and play catch up on my hardware experiments. For the time being, let's pound the heck out of this computer and see how much ESO it can handle.
How do you get to the ones to the lower left?
Yay, I got that.
You would have to start.
Where's the lore book? I'm trying not to veer too far from the group.
You would have to start here. So there's 2 starting points. In order to do these, I have to...
She's talking about Stream Raiders. I mean, everyone's just standing around while she talks about Stream Raiders. That game that people play to try and drive engagement on their stream. It's like an RTS type thing. Hey, how come I couldn't cast there?
You determine.
I'm not using any magic. This guy's a Breton, for Pete's sake.
2 separate possible starting points, but once you get one.
Let's take out these cult members in the meantime. If they're going to stand around while she blabbers on Stream Raiders, I'll just go get some free experience.
Else in chat wants to play with Vengeance on PCNA. Pop me into Discord. Discord's totally optional.
My Dell was Win XP, playing to make it an XP machine.
Come in with the mic, whatever you want. It's just
oh yeah, let's play some goodies from the YouTube audio library, especially as like a nod to it now that it's getting replaced with YouTube music.
Have a space heater, so it'll eventually get warm. Oh my goodness.
Cut her down to 50% in the mixer.
Maybe you brought me something to eat.
That's the problem with some of these Twitch streams. It's like blah 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 for like 10 minutes, and there's 5 minutes of game progression. She's admitted that though. She said that her streams are basically just chatting with the side of ESO. So, if I have time to go grab some lore books before anybody on that mini-map moves, it's I can just use. Oh, watch the booby traps. Yeah, if I have time to run way the heck out there and get that orange lore book before anybody moves down there, it would not surprise me at all. When I start seeing those, well, now it's about to go off the map. Uh-oh. Darn it, this low-level mount runs out of stamina way too quickly. All right, we got to go out to the swamp for this one. We'll just keep an eye on this. Are they moving? She's moving. Looks like she's there. Let's grab this lore book and teleport back to her. Yeah.
But beyond that.
All right. Break combat. As soon as that imp turns around. Group. Who's Tirinei here? Warrior Raiders. There she is. Tirinei Jabby Jab. She's still leveling that Templar. Travel to player.
Hello.
So no network frames lost. All right. Let's also reload. Let's reload all the YTAL tracks in the standard assortment. There we go. And get off this dance stuff. There's way too many Twitch streamers that are playing EDM or something in all their streams. I like the fact that there's stuff that sounds like classic rock in the YTAL. Hey, we're maxing out the processor again. What do you know? Wait, what's she doing here?
Stressful thing yesterday, so that was nice.
Is that Isla Rand? What?
It was fun yesterday until I...
Who is that? There she is. She's doing Ritz. What the hell is this?
Hit him with a pickaxe by accident.
Why is she doing crafting dailies? Hey, you're supposed to be hosting an event, madame.
Today, before we started playing, I went and...
Let me just, I know I've got it at like flip phone quality over here, but let me actually try and look at this stream.
Peaceful
crap. I gotta use the space bar. Move. I moved it off both of my screens somehow.
I like to play.
Okay, we gotta kill the stream window. I hope this doesn't put Chrome. I can't see Chrome. Somehow I got Chrome under a window or... Oh, there it is. Holy crap. I had it going off the right side of screen number 2. Somehow I just flew it off the edge of my screen. Oh, that is so horrible. Okay, Twitter said I had some updates on tweets. Obviously, I don't. All right, shut up. Let's see here. Boobar 2000. A lot of Winamp boomers seem to have moved to that. It ain't a Twitch stream without a bit of stalling. Most of the streamers I watch nowadays around the 100 concurrence mark. They still have some hustle to what they're doing. They're not like big established brands like Asmongold and stuff that are like, I don't care if somebody responds to my tweet and it only gets 40 likes.
Yeah.
All right. How did we... I'm looking at this in 160p. Maybe if I shrink it down to like 2 inches total screen size, I can recapture the flip phone experience.
I'm so sorry, Akita. You said you reinstalled, right?
Oh yeah, this is what. Check out my Motorola Razr. I'm watching video on my 2-inch screen at like 10K in Real Player or something.
Like Guru or any other Xbox player.
Yeah, she.
Ideas. Kitsu's Xbox PSO has been freezing, crashing.
Okay, we're not gonna. I'm gonna leave her at cell phone size screen. Just play with the audio.
That sounds like normal. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Discord decided to change settings to you.
Yeah, I could jump into the Discord, but you know they don't need to be hearing me blah 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 blah. And what is it with ripping off Vindalia's purple skirt look, madam? They are streamer sisters, though. Like, who's this wizard? Hey, is Picasso still open? Let's grab a screenshot. She's standing around talking, so like, hey, my wizard met this streamer. There we go. Plunk! There we go. Unfortunately, she wasn't casting the fire spell.
Why would your webcam be on the floor? I don't know. We're trying to get that certain angle of something. No.
Oh, by the way, she's an 18 plus in terms of the stuff she talks about. So if any of you have any kids that can hear, might not be good to might want to switch to headphones.
Stopped working. That ended up.
She's a mom who like takes a break to get her kids put to bed and stuff.
Sure
So
how that happened.
kind of reminds me of the old Rosancha. We're lagging everything. We're effing the stream because we're pounding the processor again. All right, I'm done. I'm done waiting for her to go literally anywhere. Let's go back to Glenumbra and go grab some books.
Close to 47 Domino's upnet froze.
It ain't a twitching a bit of stalling.
Reinstalled and
back to the woods. I really should do that. I should go in with a CPU monitor and see what gives me, a little more CPU overhead in terms of settings. What do I have to turn down for that? Whether it's the view distance or whatever. Because the graphics card's doing fine. There have been times when I turned the eye candy up too much and it screwed up the graphics card because it couldn't encode properly.
The game has a lot more issues on gen consoles.
Blah 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 blah. Well, of course, since I have her at like flip phone size on screen too, I can't even see that. She's flipping through menus. That's all I can see. Let's go pick up this way shrine while we're waiting for her community. It's a 6 o'clock event and it's 6:36.
Okay. Public dungeons? Yeah. Does anybody have one they want to do?
Yeah. Literally anything other than standing around in northern elsewhere. Once I see you folks actually start doing stuff, I'm gonna do teleport to player and get back to the group.
Is Roots Under Ruins?
Oh crap.
But
she's going to the Aldmeri Dominion area. I'm gonna have a lot of riding to do. I don't have those way shrines yet. Mage Guild level 2. Let's take that skill after grabbing this way shrine. Woo!
Penumbra. I mean, I need the majority of them.
Yes, please pick Glenumbra. I don't have any way shrines anywhere else. This guy's been in Daggerfall half the freaking time.
I got all of my IRL emails done and checked.
Mage Light. There we go.
Yay.
Plus spell crit, and when it morphs, we get plus magicka. Let's pick a skill from the resto bar to get rid of.
I do that, it will freeze again. It sounds like your
Let's not have an AE heal. It's kind of dumb in this. Those are kind of stupid in this game. All right.
Unfortunately.
We have a bonus to spell crit now, and a way of detecting stealth in PvP.
Did somebody shout something?
And it'll be a 5% boost to magicka when we upgrade it up to morph it. Do we have any experience? Yeah, let's grab this experience scroll and try and get some experience.
I'm doing a thing.
Let's go pick up that crafting area thing and let's decon everything.
I'm gonna wait to port to her because she's almost there.
Oh, great. She's porting.
So I'm trying to figure out what to order from Ty. Oh, that sounds good. It's going to Costco, so I feel like
level 24. just by riding into an abandoned house.
It's actually pretty good.
Gotta love ESO. Let's see here.
That'd be nice.
Resto expert.
Like a trade-in
It's okay. You
program.
probably have plenty of time to get there. Yeah, they're gonna stand outside the dungeon talking half the time. Oh, freaking zone chat. Turn that off.
It would be cool.
I don't need anyone acting Dr. Phil or anything.
PCs and printers.
Where are these people? Do they actually get into a dungeon yet?
Models, you can get,
Okay, Roots Thunder. All right. Travel to player. Watch, just put me nowhere near that dungeon.
If you wanted your shit recycled, you'd have like certain things on an ad for that. But
Shit recycled. Demonetized. Oh no.
Xbox. Not that I pay a ton of attention to console news.
Next.
Because I barely console.
Oh, I actually got sent to the dungeon. Wow. Ain't that nice? All right, let's actually do something now.
I don't know how old it is. I've already replaced
I don't think I've been here before, but see, and everyone's just gonna DPS the heck out of everything. How am I gonna get any kill credit?
It sounds like your Xbox is struggling in general. I don't know.
Maybe on a boss I'll be able to get a cast or two in. Well, let's just level up DPS then. Someone brought the Crimson Funnel skill. I can't even get a cast off.
I'm mostly saying that because
I just run around, soak up experience, or maybe that's the point. All right, throw some heals then. Like we're gonna need them. It's like doing dolmens when bosses die in like 5 seconds.
That'd be a sign too.
It's a public dungeon. I come in and solo these things.
I can't remember. I know that
Use grave robber.
Oh, it doesn't sound like Pizza answered that specific question from Guru. Which
Let's see.
generation?
What, is she use some kind of transmorph thing that turned her into transmog or whatever, that turned her into a skeleton? Does this game have noggin fog or elixir?
Wasn't much butt. Aw, butt spot. I'm sorry.
Butt spot. Another distraction in the chat, but fun to mess with. Dark Magic to 26.
Oh boy.
Might be good to get some points out, some points and skills out of this. Ah, Mage Tank. There we go.
I'd say TMI, but we did invite Buttspot, so you know.
Okay.
We get some TMI. Oh, did everybody grab the quest that means it? I grabbed it and then.
Well, I have the quest now.
There's the goal. Pull that boss. Oh, wait, are we fighting this boss?
Is Ember still here? Well, I got one spell off before the boss died. There is a shard in here, so.
Really appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day.
Companions bracers. I should get one of the other companions out and equip the, and see if she needs the upgrade. Save that for later.
Oh, forgot about that boss. I'm coming. Everybody up the ramp.
Oh yeah, there's stairs in this dungeon. I think Roots Under. This is in one of the Wood Elf areas, so I definitely don't have any way shrines.
Oh, you guys did it last time because I totally forgot about it.
Man, that's gonna suck if my character runs off a cliff or something. Why am I getting all dance songs? Okay. There we go.
I was like, that was fast.
Winamp. Hey, Winamp. Just because it's Saturday night doesn't mean we can't throw in some guitars. Wait, is that? No, that's... She's not leveling a necromancer, so... Oh, we're all above the boss fight. Ain't that something? They're fighting that boss downstairs again, aren't they? Yep.
Oh my god,
Woof! Alright, let's see here. So what are we waiting for up here?
It's like my family left me and mom's boring.
Let's see. I have half a mind if you're... Just like that, we're standing around again.
And he like had no idea. He missed the door opening. He was outside. Usually, if people come over...
Really? Are we really just gonna stand here waiting for something to respawn?
Freak out and circle them. Depending on their mannerisms, he'll jump up if they know to like give that like standoff vibe.
Let's see here.
Up, he'll just kind of like jump and not actually jump on them, but he's very excited and he'll bark like crazy and run around in circles.
Yep, let's just talk about the dog while we. Oh, Silent Claw. That's who we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting for here. There's a boss up here that's. Oh, Panther boss. Oh, okay.
Just like went up and started sniffing him. I was like, that was the chillest.
Yep, let's talk about the dog while waiting for the boss to respawn. Good old public dungeons. If we're not farming them, someone else probably is.
He's super weird. He almost always like the
yeah, so YouTube Music. I'm gonna mute her audio because she's talking about banal stuff here. Now I'll just get the general gist of where everyone's going through the group interface. But yeah, that's one of the other things that's going on this week is the launch of YouTube Music, which I think is supposed to replace the YTAL. So indie artists and anyone who wants to put music on there now apparently can sell licenses. So you can license, songs per video. I hope that's not an excuse to shut down the YTAL because most of the licenses are per video. There's revenue splitting licenses too, but if you spend like $10 for a license to make like a music video or something with a YouTube Music song, then you have to keep spending that every single video. It's not like the YTAL where you have a soundtrack available for stuff like this. Let's see. How long is the respawn time on this boss? Somebody must have been here like right before we were. Might have time to go off and get the shard. Let's see. Who do we have? We have a lot of people with champion points. That's half the problem. A lot of these people aren't even low level, so they're gonna nuke the boss. I come in here and solo these bosses with a little bit of toughness. It's not hard. So you imagine bringing a guild out here to just camp everything like this. Wow, this is getting dull really quick. Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Yeah, the YouTube Music is in beta, and I think it's rolling out to more and more people. It's like a Spotify inside of YouTube. Some cross between Spotify and iTunes. Where they're going to license their songs. You purchase them directly through the UI, and the license terms are there too. The problem is, the terms for the license are very similar to the way things worked before, where the rights holder can change their policy. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some slimeball musician who's going to decide to take ad revenue after letting you split with them or something. Get a bunch. There it is. That boss lasted a couple of seconds. Alright, let's see here. 8-star chandelier is available to scry if I want to have this guy do antiquities. He has 0 points in antiquities, though, so you have to change characters for that. I'm just wondering if there's going to be some jerk musician that does revenue sharing. A bunch of YouTubers use their song, and then they change the terms to take their ad revenue. Like, buy like a $15 license per video. Let's see here. YouTube Music's been around for a while now. If you were in the beta, it was. But now it's rolling out more generally. I just got access to it last week. I don't trust it. I really want the YTAL to stick around and it still to remain a thing where like every month or two you get new tracks. And basically it's YouTube's answer to stream beats. Alright. Now that we're actually running around again, what's she doing?
It used to be listed on my motherboard.
Oh, she's talking computers. Okay. There's no talk of where they're going. Over here taking out trash mobs.
List discreetly.
Cut that audio in half. There's the boss. I'm getting a few hits out of the deal.
Double research.
Gained a skill point. Is that the group event?
But not not too fussed about it.
Yep, there's that. This guy has the achievement for all the bosses. I think I brought him here before. I think he might have been here before. Still got to get that shard,
It was a
though.
long time ago, and like I've gotten a lot of use out of it. And like Valheim's the only issue.
Oh, that's right. She's having computer problems, too. She gets lots of frame slowdowns on Valheim. I wonder if she watches the CPU, GPU usage to determine if it's her hardware or the way it's programmed.
So I could have upgraded my CPU and kept my memory, and I thought about that, because then
Let's
I
see.
don't have to upgrade for longer.
Where's everybody going? Oh, they're going to do the quest. All right, let's go do the quest here.
Still should be a lot of life in the CPU, so I thought
This way.
memory for 180.
Yeah. She's been running into the same problem I'm having, but with Valheim instead of newer games, like Hogwarts Legacy.
I'll go that way. It'll be good.
I'm an artist, and I haven't gotten an email on the distributor side, so I don't think it's going to replace the audio library. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting setup when I learned about it. All right, too many people talking. That was interesting because I actually talked with Slink on Discord, and he mentioned that you have to sign over all your rights in perpetuity to the song. So all the Whitetail songs are custom made for the Whitetail. They're not actually in the artist's music catalogs, essentially, to be treated like their other songs. It's literally just, hey, make something for us.
Theodore is long dead. He took his form to bring you here.
Helps with the rights, too. Although it does open you up to DMCA problems on other platforms if you take the music with you.
You will die as Theodore did, and we will drink you as
Oh, here we go. We have a boss. So where are all these extra crits I'm supposed to be getting? Really nice, exploring old ruins to saxophone music. Perfectly fitting. Hey, look, some crocodiles. Well, that was stupid. What a waste of an ultimate. I gotta get the Soul Magic ultimate. That would probably look better for this guy than this big dark magic dome. Alright, what are these people going nuts about? Is there a boss over here? Why are the necromancers spamming? Just free work for exposure. Yeah, that was fun though. They put in the UI where you could go over to someone's YouTube channel when you were perusing the library. But it was a real shocker to me. I thought it was just folks like signing over the rights, but it was still their stuff initially, not like custom made. But either way, YouTube Music now has... I wonder if YouTube Music works the same way. It just lets people sell licenses. Let's see how that all works out. All right, what are we waiting for? Is there a crocodile? Ah, there's a boss over here. Once again, we're waiting for a boss. Let's catch up on chat while we're doing all of this. Licensing, that's new. I got like 2 or 3 different chats on top of each other. I'm just gonna use OBS for this kind of stuff. Let's just back it on up to VTuber eGirlJ or something. Oh, Winamp. Okay. Artists won't be able to scum their way into retracting them for income. The artist owns the rights on the copyright side of things with stuff where they're selling licenses. That's why I don't think it's going to work the same as the YTAL. This is supposed to be the in for like the record companies to put something on it. When are they going to sell like $30 a song? Like the last time I used royalty-free music, it was $50 a song, and that was about 10 years ago. So, and that was not commercial music. Can you imagine if a record company actually decided to try this? What would those licenses cost per video? It basically would turn using commercial music into something for rich people.
We don't covet free will, have it. We covet.
There's nowhere they agree to like.
The rocks to take down the you cannot run from us, flesh stone.
It's the same thing. It's like the Descendant. It's like the Descendant of. Okay, we had another quest to do here. Yeah, I get some kill credit for that at least. once upon a time, they actually had a music list, and it would say, if you use this song in your video, this is what's going to happen. And it would list what the rights holder chose to do. That got deprecated. I'm wondering if this is kind of a way to bring it back, but offer a way to paying for a license. It'll be very interesting to see how that all pans out. Yeah, Welkinstone?
Do you still seek to free us with Sidor Stone? We already is.
All right, everybody's activating this.
Our mind feels pulled.
Oh, Tirinei's actually taking the initiative here.
Reminds us of the sword.
Oh, so Root Sunder is the name of something.
And then we pluck the swords. We are free of the Elfwing's prison.
I can come back on my own with one of my other characters to play these. Didn't get the dialogue for that. I don't know if my main has even been in here yet. Mage Light to rank 2. Hey, what's that? Oh, that's... Oh, she has a raid marker for where she is. I was like, what's that weapon thing on my compass? She'll probably recognize my character from the screenshots I've been posting in her Discord. Hey, that's that wizard, because you're too cheap to get Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. I got my $75 back. I need a better computer in order to get a good experience out of it. And by that, I mean I want to be able to mod the crap out of it. Let's see here. Probably take the 2060 with me here. Licensed song on the radio for YouTube. Price start $25. I'm thinking like, say, you know... I'm thinking like big-time commercial music. What would those licenses cost? Ah, there's the shard. Free skill point. Are we camping another boss? I should probably actually hear what she's saying again.
Salute this boss. It's Sky
You're
Shore.
the best.
Oh, cool. She's actually talking about...
funny, because like the whole quest is done in the first, like the top half of the dungeon.
Stream Raiders battle time.
Like...
So we're going to stand around for another 5 minutes.
We went through here. So did we kill those bosses when we first came in?
Researcher Rurifit.
Oh, I was just following along.
There's no alligators stuck up there now.
I forgot about it. Oh! That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I've already got the achievement and everything. Oh, yeah. Well, she's going to stop for like 5 minutes. Probably over here, right?
Yes. No. What?
Look, if you're just going to run from point A to point B, who cares if the viewers don't see that while you're running the Stream Raiders battle?
Nope.
I don't
It's
know.
me just trying to remember what zone I'm looking under. Yeah, it's done.
Doo-dah, doo-dah. All right, where are we going with this? 656 at the Geek House. Can't remember how long she used to do these things.
Oh, you're wanting to see what system you have, Akitsu? If there's like a...
Hey, there's a
I don't know
boss over there.
So, Akitsu's talking about her Xbox. We were asking which model she has, if it's a generation or series Xbox.
Oh, we have a chest.
I don't know
Let the
what
others
settings
get
look
it.
like.
I don't
Maybe
need any more
viewers can
stuff
tell
in
you,
my
but I
inventory.
assume it's in,
Matter of fact, I'd like to have
regular
less.
system, And then like about, usually.
She's literally sitting on the Stream Raiders U1 screen. Oh, never mind. We actually pulled the boss. Hey, finally a crit.
Nested in.
Supposed to have lots more crit and stuff here.
But, so it's easier.
That probably means that at max level, I got to have this guy focus on crit,
It should be on it.
since
as
he's
well
got to get
to
healing
the
from crit with some of his
side
passive
backside.
abilities.
Did you good job
Let's
with the 8
see.
kills, Omni? Good job with the 8 assists. Just twinsies.
Thanks for the bonus. You got the bonus stuff.
Good job with the ethics, and congrats to Lemon Balm and Triple Balm bonus loot.
Oh yeah, Lemon Balm always wins. Wins the giveaways too. Rigged.
Team hair.
Sorry. What do you have to be sorry for?
Yeah, that sounds right.
You know, in the early days of YouTube, when people just used commercial music helter-skelter, and they made videos and there wasn't all of this content ID stuff, it's like, that was kind of a charm to a really crappy webcam video with someone dancing to Beyonce or whatever as a meme. The thing, too, that YouTube has to look at, though, is TikTok. TikTok has that setup where you can include music in your TikToks, and it's through the app or whatever. They've needed an answer to that for a while.
Green Shade?
Oh, they're going to Green Shade now. Okay. Is that where we are? Hey, you know what? Before I warp to them, since they're looking to go to the next dungeon, let me go see if I can go get a way shrine near this dungeon. There goes Jay, running away on his wizard again. Why doesn't he stay with the group? Because I don't have the way shrines yet. This is Grotwood, the home of the high elf, or night elves, the wood elves. Third time's the charm. All right, a little bit to the northwest, and I can actually have a way shrine. That's cheating. He's using groups to cheat. Yeah, there's an add-on that lets you actually do this officially.
I know I did.
Why are people following me to a way shrine?
Oh boy.
Especially when I have no clue where I'm going, and I'm probably going to lemming off of a, get the resto staff. We're probably going to have to do some healing. Oh, there's some Daedra. Who's following me? Is that just, that better just be Ember. Good, it's just Ember. What the hell is Jay doing? This is supposed to be a low-level character event. And I want to go get, apparently I've fished there before.
I found that my lore books were hidden.
Yay, a way shrine. Might as well. All right, where are they off? Where are they off to? Resto staff to 22.
Nice.
All right, they're over in Green Shade. We'll see what happens if I hit travel to player. That'll probably give me another way shrine. Let's see. Performance is a little bit better because we're not pounding the processor as much. But I think off stream, I'm gonna, just when I'm playing by myself and whatnot, I'm just gonna. Oh, we slammed the processor and we had more lag. Try to clear those counters again. All right, Serpent's Grotto. Hey, there's some stuff on the way to this thing. Let's follow the. Let's follow whoever that is. It's getting that shard, obviously. Oh, there's a shard in the public dungeon. Okay. Inventory. Yeah, let's use the assistants for this. There's the alien well. How do we get into this place? Not there. Not there.
Need the public dungeon Green Shade.
Oh, here we go. Look, a door. Before we go in, though, I'm not going to go barreling in before we... The Dead King quest has started. All right, let's see here. Wrong. Oh, man. I don't need the bank NPC. Allies.
If anybody's on a slow team.
There we go. Oh, they're going to wait for people with slow mounts. Good. Good idea.
Really,
you know, we don't have any bag space either. We need to empty out our inventory. Wow, look at all this stuff that we can just decon and get rid of.
Yeah,
see ya.
Pre-owned.
Actually got some set pieces from that. All right, Newsima.
Come, do.
All right, now we're getting more of a mix of music at this event. So I gotta turn in that museum piece. Let's get Ember some experience too. Oh, there she is. All right.
What kind of trouble we getting into?
Let's go into these ruins here.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I had her muted for a second. Yeah, this is Quincus Morera, Studio 2020. If you want a little bit of disco-y sounding stuff here. Raid marker. How do you set a raid marker on here? We have our quest objective already, and there's a shard. I think people are trying to get to it? No, that's the way shrine.
You go either way.
That's the res point. Here goes everybody, grabbing all the trash. I might as well throw Daedric curses on everything. Finally, some crits. 28,000 DPS. I gotta emphasize crit with this guy, though. Sorcerers benefit from that. Light armor to 32.
You need about it.
Shard. Linked as a service for license in chat. Oh, we tripped the auto mod. Let's see here. Hey, it's not giving me the option to turn it back on. Maybe it just stopped the whole. Maybe it just stopped the whole thing to begin with here. All right, let's see. Flame Atronach. What the? Oh, she's a Templar that uses holy spear skills with 2 arcane axe things. Mage Light to rank 3. Can we level up some skills? Got 7 points available. Let's see. Start summoning Daedra if I really wanted to. What the? Where's the fight? Oh, they already took everything out already. It's just a bunch of trash. There we go. Ha! Ember. Careful, that one looks tough. Yeah, oh, we got this big boss here. Probably not good to use a skeleton transmog thing, or whatever that is. Probably not good to use that skeleton thing in the middle of a dungeon full of undead. Who's this? This another...
You bastards!
Alright.
How old is the 360? What even is time?
Respawns!
Oh, there's a boss that just popped up.
Daedric summoning to 23.
Back to the quest thing, and then he spawned like on top of
That's
me.
someone's companion. Oh, they got a boss! Let's help finish off the boss. More loot.
How are you? So hard for me to think of a PS5 and new Xbox is current gen.
Oh, let's just stay. Let's just stay near whatever the heck she's doing. But then she keeps stopping and talking. Is that really a good idea? No. All right, you enjoy just talking to chat. Like, I'm gonna go get the quest done.
Somebody who's older than that is like, you're on the left. It's just weird to think about how long ago that was, but really technology just moves really fast.
Tirinei sword.
They're all competing against each other.
Well, at least she's talking technology. Another reason why I don't turn her volume up too loud, the F-bombs. Be nice not to get demonetized.
Can we go get that boss on the side?
What? We want to get the boss on the side? I'm trying to do the quest.
Oh, you're back there. Okay, let's go to Crown.
Oh, oops. What, they waiting for a boss to respawn again? Revelio. Yeah, they're standing around waiting for a boss to respawn. Let's go grab the quest where we take out loose tiles from the floor. Come on now.
That's why older folk can't keep up with tech because they never had to.
Doo-dah.
I mean, the 70s.
Yeah, see, so. Oh, here we go. This is the group event.
I feel like it's ramped up.
Alright, let's blast apart some undeads here.
No, I could be wrong. It's probably just because time goes by faster as you get older. It feels like more under your belt, I guess.
Nicely done!
Finally, a boss!
Remember that early Xbox controller?
So long, boss!
I never got into
That wasn't the boss.
Like,
Oh yeah, it was the boss. It was a group event.
Like, at least a type of, you know.
Alright, well there's the group event.
Types of consoles, but except for Xbox.
Consoles, except for Xbox.
With Nintendo, we had Sega.
Yep, the good old days.
PlayStation.
Didn't have a PlayStation
so, like,
though.
I'm even more out of touch with anything Xbox related, despite me probably being old enough to remember it if we paid attention. I just, you know, as a kid, I just followed along with what my siblings wanted. Okay, we need to go southwest.
Are we gonna do this other quest that's in here? Yeah. This one person gets it. Yeah, go around and find stuff in the floor.
PlayStation was a play structure when we first got it.
I already got that shard.
Game console.
I already got that shard. If they're just gonna stand there waiting for bosses to spawn, I'm gonna sneak off and get the quest items. Uh-oh.
How's it for me? Hi, Benz, how are
you? All these worm cult folks. See ya. Now, where are we off to? I gotta record that too. Maybe she'll set it up as a stream alert or something. She does audio alerts from other people that do this stuff. I don't know if anyone does, like, see ya.
I don't. I'm just
Just have to record that when I haven't been talking for 4 hours. What kind of books they have?
Talk to my mom. She'll tell you.
Clothing to
about always
13.
carrying a diamond
And this
case
guy
in
has
case
never
of
actually walked up to a crafting station. I think maybe during some events when you could craft all over the place, then he might have done a few things.
Yeah, now you gotta carry it to water. Circle around!
Can we make the lightning bigger with one of the morphs? I gotta finish leveling that and see if that's the case with this. We already did the group event, so is there a boss up here?
My,
Alien Warlord. This is the other quest. Oh, here we go.
Freedom at last. Where in oblivion am I? Need to find some higher ground.
What's happening to Nibble right now? Oh, I remember that clip.
We have the quest!
Let's go, Nibble!
What?
Hey, Bat. Pretty good.
Talk to Nanwen. I think I've done this quest on another character. Worm Cult Necromancer. Hey, what's this one?
Changes in 95 to 2000.
Oh, it's Patrick Patricios, that's why.
Must just be the time acceleration.
Oh, someone has the healing fire spell. That's cool.
You weren't on the excavation.
Oh yeah, I've done this before. Skip all the dialogue.
What's the word I'm looking for?
All right, what are they doing? We still have this other quest we can do, and if they run out of the dungeon without finishing the quest, I'm gonna stay behind and do it myself. Like barely using any magic. Barely using any magic with this spammable. Does it even have a cost?
25 cents, sheer luxury.
2,000 magic. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Zoli donated something. I didn't hear what it was.
What?
Just to treat yourself for part. I think it was just.
Patrick Patricios has some really good synthwave. Another reason why I want the Y-Tal to stick around. Oh, they're gonna stand around waiting for this boss now. Oh, let's see. Have we taken this boss out yet?
Hey, Logic, what's up?
You might as well enjoy the synthwave then. I should actually make a synthwave folder, kind of like as an answer to some of the other music services.
Quest thing in the
okay, where is this thing?
Not doing anything.
Bookcase.
Hello. There it is. I just like ran around and kept spamming E. And like, was it like the bottom corner?
Oh, there it is. It's on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Glad she caught
That
that.
was how you progressed that quest, but.
Well, we got some skill books out of the whole deal. Oh, that stupid walk animation. Someone's been watching Lucky Ghost. He used to have all these weird characters that like ran cartoon style like that.
I'm building a machine to stop time.
Kind of annoying demonetization. Forgot I was on YouTube. Actually, there is a live streaming music channel. What's the name of that? Dark Wave FM or something? Let me see. Since we're standing around waiting for a boss, let me open up my left panel and probably lag the stream with processor use. What's the name of that?
Hey, Angel! Here we can start now.
Goes great with Geek House Dark Mode because it's synthwave. Night Ride FM. That's the name of it. Night
with breakfast.
Oh, very funny, Fire Mage. Here I was thinking we pulled the boss. But yeah, Night Ride FM. Night Ride FM is all like synth-wavy type stuff. Very 80s. Great to put on a second screen while you're working on something.
Such an ass. He doesn't dump water on you, which is, I'm glad he doesn't go that far.
What is she talking about now?
He'll like send the kids to jump on you.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's all good fun.
So this is the stupid part with all of this.
Tackle, wake up. Then I
could stand around with the group and wait for the boss, or I could run out to those other quest thingies on the mini map.
But I always feel better when I get up at a decent hour in the morning on days, on weekends especially, because I always feel like I missed out on family time if I sleep late and then have to stream, especially on like Saturdays.
Next week on Dr. Phil.
For an hour, I'm gonna eat and then go work. You know.
Actually, he retired from syndicate. I think he's just got to do syndicated shows.
Finally decided to order some memory.
That picture.
Just one last opinion on.
How did she get that look? She looks like she's using a mod for her character because of all the stuff she has from the Crown store in that character. I'm checking out that screening we took earlier, while my guy looks all tensed and nervous.
And then I played a couple hours off stream.
I know he's a wizard, but the whole nervous thing, you know, not all nerds are nervous all the time. Wait, what did that actually say?
Use your inventory, no friendly fire Minecraft. Some nice chill Minecraft with JJ.
Oh, wow, I found some racist crap from elves. Woo!
Low stress. So.
I'm so bored, I'm going to collect this stinkhorn.
Sometimes I get frustrated when I'm streaming and he's all over the place.
Wait, did she just...
Does the PD and stream stand for pizza delivery? That'd be great, but it stands for public dungeons.
Yeah, I'll say, was she talking about me? Oh, trash! Perfect! Something to do! How about the boss respawns now? Whee!
For buying.
Well, that was fun for about 3 seconds. I seriously think I could run off and get that other thing while we're waiting for this boss to respawn.
Cost is pretty reasonable.
Although I've stood around long enough now. Let's see.
Hey, Inworm. I'm gonna miss you. Hello.
Yeah, there's more trash respawning. So I would probably leave, and then the boss would respawn, and then I wouldn't get any credit.
Chill, Minecraft can be if you stop killing other players.
What was that blood spell? Do we have a necromancer healer? Or a nightblade healer?
Swear. You know, I was like up last night thinking
okay,
about
despawn. Here comes the boss. See, yeah, I would have gotten that thing, and I would have missed the boss fight.
Yeah, I was streaming. I was on the bottom yesterday. I was climbing up.
Okay, that one's done.
It has been close. Nobody linked it in chat, though. I was
Quick, before they find another boss to stand around at for 10 minutes.
So okay. Yes, he cried. He streamed and cried, and I.
Thanks for the recommendation, Jay. Yeah, well, that's one of those things too, where you have a YouTuber with multiple live streams going. So that's part of the reason why I think YouTube's gonna have some growing pains as more people start streaming over here with those 2 ingests. I hope they're scalable ingests. Even if they're scalable, though. Okay, there's the next boss they're gonna stand at for 10 minutes. Let's go get the quest item.
I made sure to turn off friendly fire.
Got a heavy sack too. Is anyone over here?
Willing to play on survival, which is incredible, but we just baby steps. You know, he's 5.
What heavy sack?
Yeah, so I'll try to brief.
All right, let's go back to the group.
We were in a mine.
I just went and got a quest item, I swear.
You know, to be safe in this peaceful mode. The only thing that would
Clothing to 14. My character's never made anything. Wait, they weren't standing at a dead boss. They were literally just standing there while she was talking.
guilt tripping me ever since. I don't think
Okay, here's the next boss. Everybody get back over here. Oh, wait, there he is. Daedra. Woo!
We were leaving the mine, right? And we found the main cavern that we had gone.
Is that trap?
Oh, cool.
Stupid blood spells give you a red aura and make you look like you're one of the enemies. Yeah, I'm gonna get the rest of this quest stuff done.
Yay, he got out. Great. So then I get out of Stream Raiders and I go my way up, and I was mining walking to make steps up the way I go up. And he was
What if there's pets in the Daedric summoning line that are good for AE?
between us.
I don't think any of them are.
Kick one more time. He fucking fell off the side.
Stats. Oh, we lost half a grand in frames somewhere in there, but we keep hitting 100% on the processor, so I had to check that.
I was just sitting here mining.
This one reminds me of that Talking in Your Sleep song from the 80s.
I had already gotten up and walked away to try to help with stuff like several times, and I got tired of doing it. And I should have.
Like sands through the hourglass. All right. Let's hear less of that daily minutia. Maybe listen in if she's like, we're pulling the boss now. Hey, speaking of, what's that? That's just trash. All right.
Possibly be more content.
And I'm not even making it up.
Take out the Daedra and the Atronarchs. probably a better way to do this other than spamming the spammable all the time. All right. I just want to get these quest items. There's a whole bunch of trash over there.
What's that in your hands there? Let's see what you have. We'll rebuild the collection. Every piece the Merethics... We're collectors of lost relics.
Oh, the Merethic Society. Like the Merethic era. All right, and over here?
But we had a nice, like...
The worm cult,
of
course. I realize that.
Adventuring.
Woo! Level 25. Where's the group standing around at?
He goes, Mom.
Oh, that's the Harborage quest that's lit up on there. That's why it's saying leave the dungeon.
How long were you going to let people think I was a famous
See, which of these do I want? Any of these?
Getting any less dead.
Decrease health enchantment.
Forever,
lightning staff. Bow. Let's swap that lightning staff. Mage Light can be morphed. 5% boost to magic. Here we come.
I'll have to hire a security staff, I think. We don't want any more supplies, necromancers.
Like, I don't even
Surge is available. All right, let's get that.
I just love finding stuff, and there's no point.
Surge is available, so we'll boost damage on our number 4 skill on the DPS bar.
Valheim server stuff is only on Discord.
There we go.
Where else can I put it? Is there another place I can put
20% damage for 30 seconds.
Put it down in a panel.
One of those typical buffs. And we get crit bonus from Mage Light. Can Mage Light be nerfed yet? Mages Guild. Yep, Mage Light can be nerfed. Inner Light increases max magicka. The other one increases more PvP focus. Inner Light level 1. We now have 38,000 magic with that bonus. And a spell damage boost to boot. Alright, what are these folks doing? Are they doing another one? 7:19. I think she usually goes till 8 o'clock my time with these things. Yoo-hoo!
Actually, I think you can turn that on easy as well. If we're going down my list, unless somebody else has a public dungeon they want to do. Oh, it's not sure. Oh, I have to turn in a quest still. Okay. No?
Yeah. You might want to turn in your
I gotta walk out.
you might want to turn in your quest before you head off to the next dungeon. Yes, madame. Hey, there's a lore book over there. Let's go grab that. We might as well do some of our stuff while she's standing around talking to people.
Someone cleaned.
Hey, man, be nice. Well, she's a smartass too. One of the things I look for in streamers these days is people with a smart-ass sense of humor to watch. And I don't want to be supposedly entertained by people that can't take a joke and stuff like that. They get mad at every single tiny little thing. Let's see, how are you on CPU usage? I gotta do that test in like Wayrest or Daggerfall or something. See what gives me the lowest, see what settings give me the lowest CPU usage. Maybe look up a guide or something. Overclocking, it's a Skylake. I'd rather just get a new processor. Go to Ryzen, get an improved PCI Express for the graphics card slot and the bandwidth on the motherboard, faster memory, go up to 32 gigs of RAM minimum to start. Depends on what the DDR5's at these days.
Light, right? Those are the ones with the pegs, right?
If live streaming isn't profitable enough, they might just introduce streaming restrictions on smaller channels. That's not something YouTube would do. YouTube will do something very sly with the technology, like packet-shaped traffic into the ingests. Like that night I couldn't get anywhere near. Like that night I couldn't even do 4,000 for a bit rate. Never mind the 4,500 I've been doing. Nothing due to network loss. It's all CPU and ESO pounding the system that's caused all our problems so far.
Okay, see you.
What are we done?
Anybody have a specific public function they want to do? I listed on the screen, but I'll do whatever.
No, I don't have anyone here. Watch, nobody will say anything, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, PCNA, Val.
PCNA.
I think we'll shoot for PCEU the first Saturday of March again, like before. We were sticking on theme.
PCEU. Yeah, they do that once a month.
We done Older Cinium yet.
Now, there are some low-level characters. I only have one Templar on PCEU.
That's a DLC, which I try to stay away from unless we confirm everyone who wants to come has it.
Oh, boy.
But I have not on this character. Does anyone not have Orsinium, though? Are you wanting to come with?
Orsidium? That's one of the oldest DLCs in the game. All right, I'm going to turn down the Google Chrome volume. I'll control everything through the mixer panel. Keep her maxed out, just control the Google Chrome volume instead. So I just don't have to keep looking on screen too. Orsidium? There's only two. This is like Final Fantasy. You have one thing you buy to get the base game and everything up to the current stuff, and then you buy the current stuff as the one and only expansion pack. You know, and that's if you subscribe to ESO Plus and treat ESO like WoW, then you'll benefit from that sort of stuff.
Down there.
You get all the DLC for that.
You have one
All right, we do have one way shrine as a result of teleporting here.
Stuff.
Let's wait until they're in the dungeon. I don't think this guy's ever actually been to the Orc Mountains before.
That's where my microfiber cloth was.
Now we're talking about microfiber cloths. Welcome to Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. You never know where the discussion's gonna go.
Anybody know for sure?
You know, butter was on sale at Big Y this week.
If I look up.
Well, you know, we talked. It's funny. The reason I mentioned that, I actually went to Twitch and I saw an ad for Big Y Supermarket, a New England supermarket chain. They're not very competitive on price versus Walmart or Aldi. They're an old-fashioned supermarket that just struggles to stay relevant. And I'm seeing them advertising on Twitch. Like some Zoomer is going to do their grocery shopping at Big Y. Let me see. Have I ever been to... Okay, there's some people there near the player housing, but I do not have any way shrines there. What happens if I warp to Tirinei here? Let's see what happens. I'll probably get that way shrine for free because my character has legit never been in Orkland before. Hrothgar. All right, which way shrine do I get? The one by the public dungeon, or am I going for a ride? Oh, good. Learn something new every day, and Lightning Splash can now be morphed. Let's see. Can we make it bigger? It's so annoying to use. Increases the duration, increases the radius and damage. Yeah, here we go. Lightning Flood. There's a shard thingy up there, too, that we'll get on the way up. Plus, if she's waiting forever for everyone to get here, we'll use the decon and sell off assistance yet again.
Yesterday.
7:25 at the Geek House.
At least.
I like subbing in my own music when it plays this kind of stuff. I was trying to kind of parody the Hogwarts Legacy streams earlier by using in-game music. And I mean, the in-game music of ESO will put you to sleep. It's an Elder Scrolls game. It's chill by nature. You know what? I have some soul shards. Whoa, I survived it. Resto, staff. How did I not die from that? Okay, she's in the dungeon. So uh-oh. What did we aggro when we lemminged off that cliff there? We aggroed something. Yoo-hoo! Oh, they're probably pulling stuff in the dungeon. Stuck in combat from jumping off a ledge? Hello? Let's just try it anyways. Okay, the orange thing stopped. There we go. They're in the dungeon. Travel! Don't aggro anything. Don't aggro anything. Don't aggro anything. We're in. So all of the stuttering now is being caused by the CPU getting maxed, like right now. You ever play Endearel? They have an excellent soundtrack. Advertising rep skins.
Malakath, we have failed you.
Woo!
The pyre, it must burn.
Do you have the quest? Now I do. All right, let's see here. Did she even say anything? Do everything through ear trumpet. Nope. All right, why are we just randomly summoning skeletons? Oh yeah, let's wait for everybody again. Oh boy. Hey, look, something bluish looking. Would that make for a good screenshot? Nah. Stream Raiders. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll be here for a good minute. What do we have for lifetime? 242. This is probably her last dungeon. I don't think I've ever seen her go past 8 o'clock my time with these things.
It will be anytime soon. Most of her weapons are still meta, so it's basically.
She's standing outside too. All right, let's see here. Well, let's go. Oh, the assistants. Yeah. So while she's doing her Stream Raiders battle.
Got plenty of.
Oh yeah, look at this. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to use that light. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to use that lightning staff. Weapons?
Well, I guess in case anybody doesn't know.
The transmog covers it up, of course, so it's not going to look like a primal staff. Init Axiom. Except the Init Axiom staff was contributing to my spell damage. So I don't want a more powerful staff at the expense of everything else sucking. Alright, we'll decon it for purple materials. She's almost done with the battle. Decon! Nuzuma, hurry up. Saturday night too, so I could take a nap and catch the Game Chasers after midnight, then get the rest of my sleep. Cloudy poisons I have 0 use for. Potions I have 0 use for. Not even losing magic, and I have heals. It's wild like that. And we're back in. Let's resummon Ember. Let's get back to work on this crap.
So you found the information that's in our Discord? I assume then?
Tiri ticket to enter the giveaway.
Information that you had saved.
Ember, there she is.
November.
Why is it so cold? Probably because it actually is cold outside. Supposed to go down to 28 tonight. Too spoiled by this mild winter.
I didn't see any heads up when that it's going down.
Let's go! Let's do something! I'm zapping rats with my staff.
I guess you
Who are we still waiting for? She's sitting on the Stream Raiders battle. Oh, okay.
Because it failed to connect, so not even a password.
I see. I always keep thinking that these things are going to be cool because you have a YouTube streamer and a Twitch streamer, and you know it's kind of like, yeah, content creators rise up or whatever, do stuff together. I don't know, and then it just the difference in style between us always makes these things so annoying. It's called show flow, Tiri. People are watching you to be entertained. Keep things going. Well, fine. I'm going to catch up on chat then while you're standing there, sitting there on the Stream Raiders map. If live streaming isn't profitable, they might just say we went over that. It's eggs for $3. Yeah, screw that. I'm just eating beef burgers. Yeah, you consider what happened with the chemical thing out in Ohio, and it affected poultry a lot. I'll probably just stick to beef for a bit. Some advertising grab. Scam, you ever pay Enderal? Enderal is a game overhaul mod for Skyrim. Oh yeah, that's why the name rang a bell. I gotta play Tropical Skyrim one of these days too, with the original version of Skyrim. See if it crashes a lot with the old 32-bit code. Basically an RPG built on top of Skyrim's engine. Who wouldn't do that? Same thing with GTA and total conversions available for that game. You're not really getting games anymore. You're getting worlds and assets and stuff. Where the heck is she even standing around? Wait a minute.
Okay.
Group?
Literally all in there except for me. I'm probably in, sorry.
Rothgar? Get in the dungeon, Tiri!
I know. Wait, Warrior's not here anymore.
It's your event! Oh yeah, we gotta do this stuff for the community. Let's do this stuff for the community. Yeah, and literally everybody's waiting for you. Do-do-do-do-do. Please, pull something. I'm getting like a Night Elf Hunter in WoW that pulls half the room and feigns death and gets the tank KO'd. Yes, we're doing the quest now. Progress. Woohoo!
Another seeks to light
Waiting like a good little
those who fell.
Which way are we going? It's a giant racetrack-looking thing. It's just square. We go around in a circle. It can't be hard. Finally! Lightning flood. Oh, that is huge. My kind of AE. Look at that. That's huge. I was hoping we had a bigger one. Oh, we're doing AoE now, that's for sure. Light armor to 33. New toy, new toy. That's obviously trash because I didn't have enough time to get the spell off. Let's see here.
All that, and I can move a little tiny tighter.
AE, AE. I'm having way too much fun with this lightning spell. Probably more fun than I would have with the Harry Potter game. Phew, phew, phew. Stupid ass wand casts. People are already modding the game to put in firearms. Like shoot a pistol or something. Blub, 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 blub. Okay, we found that. Honor Orsinium. Oh, I've done this quest before. Honor Orsinium's founding clans. I do have an orc character I could always bring back. A necromancer.
It's all a lie.
Let's see here. Could do Arcanist as well. An Orc Arcanist might be an interesting combination if Stamina Arcanists are interesting in the next expansion. Let's see. Well, it's good to see anybody at all show up with this, with the broken state of ESO on YouTube as a streaming category. There are literally different directories for every DLC. The only one that has anything going on is High Isle. The original 2014 game that actually has a graphic is from the Tamriel Unlimited patch when it came out, back when I first started playing the game.
Semi-bothered by spiders.
Zap!
Pixels until ESO.
AE, AE. Well, that sucked. A couple of ticks of the dot and then like one spell. That's a bear boss, right? Nope. What about that one? Nope. Like two-shotting. He's like can loot some stuff after they disintegrate it with some.
Like the Everquest spiders in the commons. We're like the size of houses.
735 at the Geek House.
Strengthen all who follow.
I think we can probably turn her back up because we're actually fighting stuff. It's hard to hear. Hey, look, a necromancer throwing skull spells around. So generic. Yeah, we want to put necromancers in ESO. Let's have them throw giant magical skulls around.
Yeah.
Is that a boss? Where are the bosses in this place? Nope, that's not a boss either. Well, where are the bosses?
A lot of it, though, is the realism of the spider suits.
To get the blood pumping, right?
Oh, nope, that's
Whoever
a giant.
it like works on the spiders.
Spider boss. I completely missed it.
Huh?
Praised are Shatu, the fearless hunters. Their strength will steel and stone for the glory of
Dragonhorn,
Obsidian.
how are you?
Wrong music for an arcane spellcaster.
With the spiders in Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, that scene was pretty rough. Hi, Dragonhorde. How was your stream? Guys, if you don't know Weather Dragonhorde, go and follow both Weather Dragonhorde.
Ah, Twitch streamers patting each other on the back. It's better than them griping at each other on Twitter.
You like ESO lore?
All right, finally.
It's pretty sad, huh?
Well, we might as well take out some of the trash while they stand around talking. Somebody's got to do the work here, and it might as well be the wizard. All right, some kind of boss around here? Now, aside from the whole magic thing and everything being purple, this sorcerer is essentially throwing rocks as his main attack. It took me a while to start thinking about that. But yeah, the Daedric shards from beyond, they're basically Daedric rocks.
I'm not one to like rewatch movies very much.
Oh, now we're talking movies. All right, well, we'll just take out the trash while you're waiting. Throw some more Daedric rocks at everything. Daedric summoning to 24.
On somewhere that I happen to be.
So
it's been many years since I've seen it.
Is there a boss up here that we're waiting to respawn? Well, she is talking to all these people on Discord, so... I'll take out the hag ravens while everyone waits. Somebody's gonna get some experience around here. Like, look at how I'm barely using any magic, throwing all these spells around.
What's down there?
Talk about a spammable.
We can get back.
That's with Magnus. That's with Magnus gear is the only regeneration set. Everybody's going after the. No mounting?
Is there anything you missed back there? We did the boss. Well, we're just.
Oh wait, there's something for the quest up there. Watch, see if I'll get credit for it.
Follows the crown. Stream went fantastic! Yay!
Did I not get credit for that, or do we have to go click on it?
That was
something you missed back there? Yeah, we have to head up and click on something. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is how we get into the ruins.
It's great seeing you too. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
Yeah. When was the last time she was in this dungeon? You got the outside bosses, then you have the whole other part of it inside like this. All right, I'm turning her down again. Chrome is at 52, take it down to 35%. Where she goes talking about whatever. Yeah, exactly. Bunny hopping while throwing rocks is exactly what you think of when you think of a wizard. Just boing, boing, hocus pocus. Hey, look, Daedric shards from the nether. Seriously now. What have I done to the whole wizard archetype with this guy? Hey, a boss!
Please? You're sick of questing?
The quest-
I'm sorry.
What? Why are you playing an MMO then? Go play Overwatch or something. Alright, who's pulling? Never mind. You like two-shotted the boss. Is that because there's 3 of them?
Later on.
Yep. Fleshrender, Talonclaw, and Stormborn, whatever. There's something up there for the quest that we need to go get.
I should do this more.
Alright, yeah.
That way, if I've taken a little break from housing.
Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Lightning bolt! Reference to an old meme. I gotta find that video. It was a viral video with a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons LARPers where this fat guy in a row is like, I'm a mage! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Clear the trash, get the quest done, find the next boss. We'll wait for everybody to get there before we pull the boss. There we are.
Do I have that one passive on this character? I think I do.
This Khajiit's doing all the blood spells.
Orsinium from nothing.
Furnishing plan one.
Something, Orsinium. I'm sure we can take out whatever spawns because of what I just clicked. Alright, what happens is this probably don't want to know. Someone's probably going to jump off anyways and just respawn at the bottom.
I haven't allocated anything but speed in my CP.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, let's just take the stairs. Too bad there's no slow fall spell in this game.
Okay, Panther.
Oh, there's doors over here. Alright, where are we going?
It is a long road. And wait, you said again.
Wait, what? Did she just jump off? Nope. She's got some kind of sprint boost. Probably Ring of the Wild or something.
Pretty impressive, actually.
Oh, she's grabbing all the random stuff from the containers. Ripping off Vindalia's look and then ripping off what V does in dungeon groups. Yeah, whatever. Streamer sisters. Well, I want to do this first, even though there's a big circle in the middle of the map. Well, there's a shard over here, so let's go grab this while we're at it. Imagine if there were pressure plate traps in this dungeon.
Rock, run, try to keep up, okay! Say hi to the foxies.
Cursed are Shatu, hoarded the food amidst the siege.
Oh, now we're cursing. Oh, now we're cursing. We're cursing orc clans that weren't good to the orcs. Interesting. Let's see, can we go this way to get to that shard? Oh, there goes Jay running off again. All right. Oops. Looks like we ran into a spider nest. Alright, what does it take to get that shard? Where is it? Alright. Nope, stuck in combat. I think we triggered a spider event. There we go. Cause with many beaks. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you for taking that intro so I could sit here and be dead weight and get the sky shard. It's so kind of you. I know that was your
That's the Hrothgar Sky Shard Hunter. That's the only Sky Shard in the map. Interesting for DLC. Trinamax Valor. That's probably something I don't have yet. With that lovely system where you keep getting different stuff in the loot table until you've gotten everything at least once. Turned off the UI, that's why. Like, where'd everything go? Let's see here.
This is so much better than reading.
Could just do heavy attacks. Finally, a boss! Alright. Who's pulling? Wait for the group. Oh, we a little late for that. Old Orsinium Vanquisher. This guy's now beaten all the bosses in here. Ugh. Haven't finished the quest though. Why? Oh no. It's account-based achievements. That's why. So none of my other characters have gotten to that boss before. That's what the difference is. Like, I know this guy has never been here before. Why am I getting achievements? Because dungeon achievements and other achievements are all account-based now. Not based on characters anymore. That's kind of weird, though, because Elder Scrolls Online has your controls by character. Every time you roll an alt, you got to rebind your controls. The achievements can be made account-wide, but not your darn controls. How many different sets of controls do you need for your characters? Yeah, my Stamsork needs different movement keys than my Magicka Templar. Okay.
Anyone else?
Boss? Nope. Squawk. Where are we going?
You said
Curse Bagrack.
Like a super deep voice. It sounded like Frog from Flash.
Well, there is a quest that's down here, so we'll get that done.
It made me laugh because Ed used to do that to Katie.
Talking about the family. This probably summons a boss, so let's make sure everyone's ready.
I don't remember why, but you like randomly did that one time. I was like, oh my god, Frog!
Cursed are Grog, for
Isn't
lighting
that his
the fire
name?
that
The
engulfed
gorilla
our
from the Flash? Isn't that Grog? Grodd! I misremember the name. It's Grodd. My bad.
Should not grow to enjoy it.
Alright, where's everyone going now?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Big
Taking out the trash.
Frog. Sorry.
Well, considering the slow start we got off to, it's nice to be slinging spells around. Hey, look, a boss! Yoo-hoo! There's a boss over here. There's probably a boss in multiple corners here.
I couldn't interact with her.
I need a real challenge.
Like 1,000 lost frames from hitting 100% on the processor. I got to do that processor test. Maybe when I'm winding down after all this. Although last night I got tired at 9 o'clock at night, which is an achievement given I've been night shift for 5 years. Finally making some progress on that.
This is gonna be fun.
Alright, there's that. Someone coming in from another game might be like, that dungeon looks way too easy. Yeah, it's a public dungeon. It's basically Delve++. It's basically the ESO equivalent of a cave with more monsters. The instance stuff is where all the challenge will be, particularly on veteran mode. Let's see here. This is really a drag. And she'll probably have a Stream Raiders battle come up before we finish this off. Yeah, see, there she is. Very much behind the group.
Not fighting to the death.
She needs to roll a tank. Then she'll need to be in front of everything.
So one clan might survive Arsinium's fall. Their departure was Arsinium's true betrayal.
I mean, why should the wizard run in first and throw down a lightning spell? Let's see here. Try to use up the rest of this witch brew because I have tri-spec food that's better than this. That might be part of the reason why this guy's not running out of magic either, because he's getting regen from the wizard drink that he keeps drinking.
You're so good at that.
What?
Me pretending no one's skipping urns because it breaks my heart.
You don't need stupid-ass vendor trash in every single container in the game. It doesn't add up to everything versus doing your crafting dailies. Come on. Like in 2014, when the game launched, you're like, oh look, ESO, Elder Scrolls MMO, it's gonna be just like Skyrim.
I think he was...
Maybe it was cool back then, but there's just so many different things you can do to make money in this game. Even crafting materials. Get a good add-on and run from node to node with some speed buffs and stuff. You get a lot of stuff easily. Then the crafting bag. Then the endless crafting bag with ESO Plus. Fill it up and then vendor the materials or sell them in a trade guild. Just sell a crap ton of raw materials.
Yeah.
Somewhere that has a trader.
Like, oh, rat.
Curse Orsinium's Fallen Clans. I'm guessing we can sneak over this way?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to pull a boss by mistake. That's interesting. I may have to look into this kind of stuff for my other casters. Whoops. Once again, a bunch of mini-bosses with less health last for like a second. Old Arsinium Conqueror. We finally finished up the dungeon. Alright, and then this finishes the quest.
Cursed are Igran, who praised the raiding done in their
Oh, wait, there's more.
They hid behind these walls when called to account, rather than face their opponents directly.
Almost out of drinks here. Why do we need to take out the trash? The hallway we need to go is that way.
It would be very unexpected.
752. You know what? I'm just going to go off on my own. I can solo these things. I'm going to be the polar opposite of Tirinei. Do stuff, do stuff, do stuff. And I'm sure that's what people want, too, is to be able to finish these things. Heck, I'll go make a tank set if I have to, and it won't make a difference if I solo a boss. What does she got going on? No, she's in the dungeon. This is no excuse for her not to zerg everything. Oh, then it might interrupt her discussion about daily minutia. There you go. Alright, there's the next quest thing up ahead. See, this is what happens when you keep things going. There's actually stuff going on the screen, and you're not just standing around. You know what? I think my problem with this comes from roleplay guilds in this game. They literally just stand somewhere in the world and type into chat to RP. Alright.
That's not greeting you.
Here's the place we unlock everything.
Thank you, Isabella.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Is there a rhyme or reason to this? Oh, I think we were supposed to memorize what the Scorn clans were. No, more cool? Alright. Choose the Scorn clans. Now, these people are screwing up the puzzle because they're clicking the wrong stuff. Alright, let's see this here. Alright, Bagrak was one of them, I know that.
Hey.
Oh, we got in. Fell asleep around 11. Alright, let's see here. The target is out of range. This kind of reminds me of Morkelden, which is something you'll run into if you do the zone story in this area. Old Orc Forge, they made lots of weapons. But according to this... Oh, I didn't actually finish that part of the quest.
Pretty sure.
That's why I didn't. Alright. Well, I screwed up this quest, alright. Morkul, Ugran, Tumnash, Shatul, Faroon. Was it Igran? Oh, it's kind of like Simon. Everything disappears. I know Morkelden was the good clan. Nope, that wasn't one of them. Igran. Bagrak. Faroon. This is a game of Simon. Bagrak. Shatul. Nope. Bagrak, Igran. Alright, Bagrak, Igran, Tumnash. Nope. Bagrak.
Yes.
Igran. Should have been paying attention and not streaming this thing. Shatul. There was 4 of them. Yep. Bagrak, something, Shatul. Morkul is a good one, so Faroon?
Like I do every day.
Yep, that was it. Alright, now I can go light. Now I can go catch up to everybody on the quest. Alright. How are these people finding ways to die in a public dungeon?
Hey, we're waffles. We got werewolves out of where.
Oh, yeah. You stand on the... Probably shouldn't stand on the fiery stuff. Yeah, don't touch the floor. The floor is lava. It's a forge. Of course it's going to drain your health really quickly. Light the great pyre. Yeah, anything with lava through it is going to hurt like hell. That's why everyone keeps dying. Yeah, give me the resto staff.
So, and it means the world boss is spawned too. You kill the ads. The
right, where's the great pyre? Oh, it's back in the previous thing. Screw that. I'll cheese it with the resto staff. That's some kind of boss that's summoning all that. Well, we gotta do something with this magicka. All right, why is Light the Great Pyre? Why is it telling me to go back? Is there a boss there? Oh, it's the end of the quest. I'll just get ahead of this then. They'll have to run over here and do this themselves too. Talk to the aspect of Malakath. Why is he running off on his own? Got sick of waiting around, that's why.
Oh, he was like this. Alright, I made my rounds. I think I got them all. Oops, there's a few more at the door.
Okay, now let's go back to the group. Now it doesn't matter because I got all the quests done.
Get the corner.
Malakath's Wrathful Flame. So what was so special? Was there a boss that I missed?
Any big finds tonight?
Firekeeper Rug Drawls. Okay, yeah. There was a boss that I missed. Oops.
Got a few leaves throughout. Crazy.
There he is right there. Is that him up there? Just watching? No, that's a statue. I'll solo the guy. Stay out of the hot spot. There we go.
What's really funny is you have a lot of speed bonuses when you walk the stick that you have a stick up your butt.
Nice that she's immune to the AE. Well, does it really matter if I get all the bosses?
Don't underestimate that.
This is one of those things where killing trash makes the boss spawn. Let's see. Should have stayed with the group, then you would have gotten credit. Yeah. Oops. Watch out for the parts of the forge that are actually lit. Get off the lava. Sure, I could probably take out the boss with just a couple of... Uh-oh. Yeah, I see there's stuff back here, too. Let's see here. That's probably the boss spawning. That's probably the boss spawning. Let's go back up front. Nope.
Only the strong may keep Malakath's favor. You are not worthy of Malakath's glory.
Resto. There's the boss.
Want to die?
Yeah. Mage tank. Embrace the meme. Fortunately, Ember is wearing heavy armor. Alright, now we're caught up. Everybody's standing. Good. People are just resubbing and stuff. Just she's busy. Right. Old Orsinium group event. Solo it.
You have I spent a bunch of money at Costco.
They still doing this? Alright, I can't hear over the music. We'll turn her mic up.
Oh, Candy, of course. Yes. Thank you guys for the hype train. 69% through level 1. Thank you guys so much for the love. How are you, Lala and Zuna?
Doo-dah, hype trains.
Are those spicy? What flavor are those? They're not cinnamon, are they? Cherry?
Alright.
I don't know. Ask Dad.
This
I'm in the
one
middle of stuff.
This one step.
Dad is the parent on duty right now.
Oh, the kid aggro.
You can have a few, have him dole them out.
All right, it's enough of this.
No, let him choose how many, but yes, you can have some. Okay, well.
Oh, it's specific time over there, so it's not the kid's bedtime yet.
Apparently, she was calling them eggheads. Eggheads for some reason, but they're robin eggs. Easter candy. You know, kids' words. Hey, 69 allies left, and we have a 69% level 1 hype train. Woohoo!
All right, while she's dealing with that hype train, let's just head back to the castle. We'll warp back to them if they're actually going to do something else. Oh, they had a stream. They have a Stream Raiders battle. That explains everything.
And Lauren, congrats on You're very good. Yay, Zona!
Are they doing another one? I'll just teleport to them when they get there.
Okay, on to the gold chest. I'm down.
Stream Raiders.
One more public dungeon if you guys want to. What do you guys want to do?
What I want to do is decon because I'm almost out of space. Woo! 6 new set pieces collected. Well, Jay's back in his castle already, so I don't think he wants to continue. Let's go find... I'll bet I have time to go get my armor repaired. Pilgrim's Rest. Go to Leowin. See how much CPU Leowin takes up.
Oh yeah, this staff is 5160. Oh yeah, 7K.
So all the frames that we lost in all of that were the direct result of the CPU getting maxed out. None of them were the network. What is the Ethernet at? Oh, Ethernet's got some headroom left. So that's probably the way these things work.
Here, in order to get it marked as complete. Can't you, like, leave?
No, you forgot something while you were talking to everybody.
No shortcut or anything, is there?
They're account-wide achievements. You bring your characters to the dungeons, you get everything done. Oh, no, we're hitting 100%. Darn ESO towns and CPU utilization. Well,
yeah, but I think that goes to the main part. What did you do?
Skip the dance stuff.
Oh, duh. God.
Oh, some other people had the same idea. They warped over to Fargrave or something.
Cinemax, do you mind if I do that after we're
we're getting hounded here. I just want to repair armor. So let's go to this furnishing shop.
The voice changer polys I decided not to do when I'm hanging out with anybody.
Yeah, here come all the frame drops.
Yeah.
It's time for a new CPU.
Swords and magic boots.
What do you have? Oh my god, I forgot.
Leowin Trow, you can throw laundry all over the floor? What the heck is this?
I started using voice changer. I was trying to do Dragon Poly as like I was working on a Sean Connery impression. I can't do it.
Well, folks, I've had enough of this 1 step forward, 10 steps back stuff where we keep stopping and blabbering for 10 minutes every time we do literally anything. So I'm going to cut out of this event. Back to Shadax Manor. Not very many people in the group anyways now, but see ya! It's enough of that for one night. Gardner House. Lifetime 320. 3 hours, 20 minutes. I'd say that worked out pretty well. But it's just... This is just yet another reminder, and we can just chill to this stuff now. It's just yet another reminder of the great divide between YouTubers and Twitch streamers. I know that, Tacit had that joke earlier about, oh, it's not a Twitch stream unless you're stalling. That's one of the problems with Twitch. Twitch just wastes your time. On YouTube, you're better off with some show flow. You're better off learning how to edit. You're better off making something that's a better use of your audience's time. You know why? Because it's respectful. Now, these events would probably be a lot better if Tiri wasn't constantly stopping because she was streaming. And this goes for anybody else who does this stuff too. This culture clash between Twitch and YouTube. You got guys like Asmongold, who I don't take very seriously anymore. He's really been slipping Freudian slips about how he doesn't care about people unless they have big numbers. Found another video today where he said something along those lines. How many more times does Asmongold have to insult his audience before some of his audience starts taking the hint? He doesn't take you seriously if you're not a big streamer. He doesn't care about you. You're just a name on a screen. You're just an NPC. Guy builds up all that fame and success and millions of dollars, and then he does this. Yeah, I know. There's some people that actually like, Dan, that you can throw clothes on the floor in Elder Scrolls. So you can look like one of those people that doesn't know what a hamper is. Why that had to be added into an MMO, who knows? But hey, to each their own. But over on YouTube, it's all about show flow. I mean, if you do a chat stream, you do a chat stream, but you make it explicit that what you're doing is something like a radio show. And that's the intent for people to call in and stuff. But when you're supposed to be running dungeons and you spend 2 hours doing 3 dungeons, when I can solo those things easily without even being a tank, bring a companion. Just where's the value? Where's the value? And especially for the people watching. That's like, and she struggles a bit to get viewers versus Vindalia, but V's at least running around the world all the time, mining nodes and talking to chat at the same time, as opposed to, we take out a boss in a public dungeon, now we stand around. That's also, by the way, why I'm not really a big fan of Stream Raiders anymore. I think Stream Raiders is just a distraction from streamers getting better at what they do and attracting people specifically because of their skills on camera, and not, oh, we're going to have this RTS interrupting everything every half hour. There's a lot of stuff that exists in the world of streaming that people do because somebody else does it, and they don't think about why it adds any value to what they do whatsoever, and that, unfortunately, is just too bad, especially in this decline era where everybody's getting out of the house after the worst of the COVID pandemic and everything, and we have better vaccines, working for better treatments and things like that, but people aren't locked home, so they have the time to waste with streams going all the time. Like, it's just going to be the rudest of rude awakenings for some of these people who've been riding high off of what was essentially a once-in-a-century pandemic. It was a fun event to get involved with, but this is yet another one of those events that showcases the living daylights out of the cultural divide that exists between these two platforms. On one platform, you waste your audience's time and they actually like you for it. Over here, you don't ever want to do that. It's an act of disrespect to the people who are making you literally anything on YouTube. Make good videos, edit them together, don't ramble too much, always try to get better. It's just literally night and day difference with the culture here. 8:09 at the Geek House. I'm going to try and wind down to go to bed at a healthy time for a day shift guy. Dan says, I don't take Asmongold seriously either. He slipped, When those big streamers formed OTK, it took out a little piece of what they are. Though the character that built their channel, a little of that is gone now that they've sold out essentially to form that org. I think they're going to be in trouble this year, but that's worth a chat stream as opposed to ESO. So yeah, I am still your friendly neighborhood fat guy who is too cheap to get Hogwarts Legacy. And if this preview is any indication, holy crap, did the preview fall behind or what? We must have gained. That's probably part of the problem with the latency with HLS, is that all these little lag things add up and they start causing a divide between people watching and what you're actually doing. And they actually have to, hit the button or something in order to catch up. Well, this is some great experience, and I'm glad that it took slamming the processor really to cause any drop frames on the network side. Gives me more of a thing to shoot for with the upgrade that I want to do. Still added up to about 0.5% in network frames lost. So that's still better than most nights with our TMP. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your Saturday night. The Game Chasers, for you night shift people, usually Billy does stuff a little after midnight. Also, Night Riot FN, we mentioned earlier, for some chill wave music, synth wavy 80s type stuff. Looks the part, too. So, fun stuff. Me, I'm going to have some supper and hope the carb crash makes me not have to use any ZQuil. This night to day thing. Seriously. And the bitrate dropped big time with a lack of data. So I make things simpler and then, oh, here we go. Okay, 0.6% on the dropped frames. Time to shut up and let YouTube get back to its ingest problems. Why don't I take a look, by the way? That was a legit network issue. Ethernet. Are we hitting the limit? Are we hitting 10 gigs? Are we going over 10? 4.4, 6.2. When it spikes to catch up, are we going over 10? That's probably what's doing it. Well, this experiment will definitely continue. Yep, we're running out of overhead on the network. I got to look at faster internet or synchronous internet. Let's see how Frontier Fiber is doing. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.